Now we're live. Good Sunday morning, nation. This is the Pillaging Show, Sunday morning Pillaging Show with my host, RNJ Jason. I am Chris4Raiders, Chris4Raiders Podcast. In the background, we got the little muskin there. Hamadi. Today, we have a special guest coming in, another one. Glad to have him here. But before we do that, we're going to start this show out, right? You ready, Jason?
Yeah.
Are you ready, little lady? Sounds like she's ready. All right, let's go.
It's the Sunday morning Pillaging Show. Chris4Raiders, oh, with a nation chasing, oh, pillaging just for Sunday, oh, me and Chris, we don't miss, me and Chris don't miss, me and Chris don't miss, when it comes to this Raider classic out, we don't miss. Raider Nation, we don't miss.
And we're back.
Pillaging Show.
Like I said, once again, good morning, guys. Welcome to the show. So Jason, we have a special guest coming in.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just bring him
Sorry. Mr. Hall.
in. Mr. Hall.
Yes, how y'all doing?
Yeah, welcome to the show, Donald Hall. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man. I'm sure some people know you, but let them know who you are.
Yes, I'm Donald Hall, man. I'm on YouTube. I'm at the Donald Hall Show, man. You can catch me there on YouTube too. And catch me on IG, man, at DonaldHall.13. And you catch me on TikTok at Donald.Hall 076, man. So you can catch me there, man. Throughout the week or whatnot. So glad to be on.
Glad to have you here, man, because nothing like talking Raiders football, man, early on Sunday morning, man, or any day of the week. Any day of the week.
That's it.
Let's go and talk to the chat. So we got Jack, salute Donald Hall. There you go. And our all-time guy, Mr. Frank Weber, to the show. Mr. Weber, thanks for coming in. Welcome to the show.
Right on, appreciate you.
So, let me ask you a couple questions before you start, just to get the temperature of the room. How long have you been a Raider fan?
About 4 decades now, man. Long time. 4 decades. So it started out really early 80s, late 70s, really, man. I really, as a young man, kicked off, man, and like it's always been a passion. I'm 5 or 6 years old, man. I jumped in and I've been in all the way through. I mean, living and dying with these boys, man. So I'm a true Raider when it comes to not just been watching, but all the details and all that. It's always been like that for me, man. Obviously, doing this journey of 4 decades, man, it's been up and down and whatnot, but it's been good, man. I love being a Raider, man. So it is what it is. And like I said, though, I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly with this, man. So hopefully, going forward, we're gonna be pressing forward to something that's going to be good.
So you basically came into the Raider Nation right to tell him we were like dominant.
Yeah. At the tail end, but going back into the history and stuff, I've always been went back. Like I said, when State run Branch and Belitnikoff and Pastor, Sheldon Upshaw, but I came in more like the late 70s, Plunkett around the days, Kenny King and all them. Branch was still there later in the years, but kind of in that area though. And I've always went back into the history because I'm a Raider, and so I want to know what happened before and going into now. Yeah.
Like the old saying, once a Raider, always a Raider, man.
Yes.
We don't
That's
change
right.
colors, man. We keep our colors, man. That don't matter what. All right, that's good to know.
Yeah.
It's the first time meeting you, so yeah, I've seen a couple of your shows. Next question I ask you right quick is that everybody asks this question. I'm gonna ask you too. Who's your favorite all-time Raider?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say
I'll tell you what. I'll give you three.
okay.
I'll just say one. One's a lot of Raiders. There's a lot of Raiders that were great, so I'm gonna give you
Yeah, I know.
three of the all-time. I'll give you three.
I would say Tim Brown. I love Tim Brown just for the simple fact he played with all them different quarterbacks, man, and had a great career. He had great numbers and stuff, man. But just to play with all them different guys, man, and be a Hall of Fame player, he didn't have like an Aikman or a Fouch or somebody like that, but with all them different quarterbacks, and for him to still do what he did, man, he was a great Raider, man. So I really appreciate the years he spent with us, man. So I say Tim Brown, probably number one, I would say. Number two, I like Marcus Allen too. Marcus Allen was a great Raider, man. I believe the greatest running back in Raider history. And so I would put him up there too. Number three, oh man, that's hard. I would say Rich Gannon. I liked it Gannon because he turned the franchise around, obviously, at the state that we was in at the time. And he brought the stability, he brought the leadership, he brought the qualities that we needed to change the organization around, man. So I really appreciated Gannon when he came into doing it, because losing for so long needed somebody to change the culture. And that's what Gannon did, man, during the time, in the late 90s, early 2000s and stuff, man. Like going into the game when Gannon was playing, I'm like, man, we got action, man. We got action with Gannon, man. It's something, because I know Gannon leadership would take hold of the team precedent of making sure people was accountable. And doing the right things as far as the winning. We had Brown, we had Rice, we had Gardner, and we had a good nucleus, Woodson, Eric Allen. But Gannon, to me, was at the top of the list as far as the leadership and getting, the team on board. So I really enjoyed Gannon. So I would say top three.
That's not a bad list. Pretty much, you had 2 out of 3 Hall of Famers. So yeah. So everybody in this channel who's the Hall team, they know who my favorite is. So I'm not going to go through that list.
Talk to me. Give me a 3. I want to know.
You want my 3?
Yeah.
I'm not wearing a jersey today. I'm wearing Maxx, but he's not my favorite. I'll tell you what. It's my boy, Rod Martin, my number 1.
Oh, Rod. Yeah. That's a good one.
Rod Martin, that's my number 1. Number 2 will be Marcus Allen. Because he went to USC, so I gotta go.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
And number 3, I gotta go with Greg Townsend.
Greg Townsend. Yeah, excellent. Love Greg Townsend.
Yeah.
Greg was a dog, man.
I think me and Sacktown, somebody said Greg Townsend in there. But that's it. The list is so big.
It is, man.
If you look back in the day, they had a lot of guys that was.
Oh man, you can't. It's so many to name. You can't even name them all.
So here goes my guy, Lester Hayes, Rob Martin, and Marcus Allen. Yeah, the last 2. Yeah. They're also on my list too. If you don't go to the top 10, he's on the list. But we're not going. There's so many great Raiders.
So many great.
And that's what we need now. We need players that makes an impact on the team. We haven't had that. I don't know how long. You talk about Crosby. Yeah, he does, but really. And let's talk about that if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So Friday.
Yeah.
Down to Kirk Cousins.
Right.
All right.
Well.
How did you feel about that? Because I hear.
Well, Maxx always, Maxx always going 100, and I don't really mind it for the simple fact him bringing intensity and focusing this and that, as far as hitting Cousins and all that, red jersey, you weren't really supposed to be touching that. But at the same time, he's showing the leadership and showing how it needs to be done as far as in practice and transition that to the game. That part I don't mind, because to me, we need leadership that's showing the young players this is how you gotta be. You gotta have that intensity, focus, and drive, right? But kind of tone it down a little bit. But Maxx, like I said, he only goes with one speed. And so, him doing that, it's a give and take with that. I love the passion and drive as far as him giving 100, but at the same time, he can't, as far as that with Cousins doing it. And I'm glad Cousins clapped back at him, man.
There it is. There it is. That's all I'm gonna say. Maxx goes at 120 miles per hour in the 25-mile lane.
He do.
He's nonstop, which I appreciate the tenacity. I appreciate the ferocity of it when you're playing other teams.
Yes.
Not against your starting quarterback, presumptive starting quarterback. Okay. I disapprove of that because that's the first time he done that. He did it before. He did it with Carr. He did it with Garoppolo and all those guys. He did it. Want to test the quarterback. No, don't test him out. Test out the offensive tackle that was blocking. Don't test them out.
Right.
Those guys are the ones that get the most important part of the team besides you and the rest of the defense. We got to keep a healthy quarterback. Appreciate it, but stop it.
Yeah.
I appreciate Kirk Cousins getting back in his face like, you know what, back to F off.
Definitely.
What are you doing?
Definitely.
That shows that he's not going to be a wimpy quarterback like we had last year where something happened, like, go sidelines with this pal. Didn't go my way.
Exactly.
Great. And what Kirk Cousins do is he's teaching the other quarterback under him, like, this is how you play at core position. You got to go in to be tough. We know Mendoza stuff. We saw him take hits and get back up.
Definitely.
So appreciate that.
Yeah.
And
like I said, on both sides, with Crosby, he always intense. And like I said, coming back from the Baltimore thing and how that shook out and all that, I believe he's definitely motivated. But like you say, tone it down as far as that. But at the same time, with Kubiak, okay, he sat Cousins down for a day. He sat Maxx down for a day, which I think is good for Kubiak. Let them know, man.
I'm losing the audio.
And at the end of the day, it's some I believe now where they're gonna come in and be in line, because before Maxx might have got away with it and may still practice the next day. Where now I believe Spike, Brady, Kubiak on down the line now is it's the structure, and now they know, hey, at the top is where it started. And so you guys have to sit for a day and get back out there, maybe get to work. But we'll see.
That's all. I don't know if anybody can. I'm losing the audio with you. You keep breaking it out. Could you once you try to restart, come back, I'll bring you back in. Restart this system, come back in, because that'll be a problem. Because I'm losing audio. You're breaking in and out and you're muffled. I don't know if the chat, can you hear him good? Because I can't hear him. Can you hear him, Jason? You're muted. Unmute yourself, Jason. We're having audio technical difficulties here. Y'all can hear me, but you're probably tired of hearing me. Yeah, because he was breaking in and out. I can hear him, but then I can't hear him. Yeah, I can barely hear you, Chris. Is it me? How about now, guys? Can you hear me, Jason?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
He's back in. Let's see. Let's try to bring him in because no, my mic's like 5,000 miles away. Here we go. Bring it back in. All right, Mr. Halls, go ahead.
Okay, now can you hear me, Chris?
That's a lot better. That's a lot.
Okay, now you hear me. Okay. Where we was at? We was talking about the Crosby, huh?
They were talking about Crosby and Kirk Cousins going at it.
Yeah. So I believe, he went overboard a little bit, but I believe before he might have got away with that with the coaching staff too. And so, Kubiak, I think he set precedents as far as sitting them down for a day and letting them know, man, it got to be ran the way that we want it to be ran. And to me, that's been part of the Raiders' problem, far as in leadership, in culture, far as it's been coaches every other year, or year after year after year after year. And I believe Kubiak is going to be here for a while. And so, Spy Tech, him and Brady on down the line, in unison, and how they want stuff to be done. And so, like I said, I think Maxx would have got away with that. Not the way he played, but the action after. Him sitting down for a day, that might have been a problem with him. And so, stability, which we need at the top, man, because it always starts from the top. Always start from there, man. And I believe Spy Tech, Brady, and Kubiak is in more in line now. And that's what I wanted to see. So the Cousins and Crosby thing is one thing, but I'm looking at Kubiak, where that's at and how they feel about that. And by sitting them down for a day, it kind of showed me that they didn't like how it was done, but at the same time, we got to let Cousins and Kubiak, and Crosby and Cousins, which is the leader on offense and defense right now, that still we have to set precedents that this is how we want stuff to be done here. And I appreciate that.
What say you, Jason?
Yeah, I definitely, I like it. We haven't had this in the past. That is true. So basically, just setting rules. It's good to see who's behind both of them anyway. You know what I'm saying? It lets Aiden and it lets Mendoza get some time. Jacob too, respectfully. But yeah, no one's above the skill, man. No matter who you are, what number you wear, you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. And yeah, like I said, we need to see who's behind Maxx anyway. Like, say if Maxx goes down or something like that, we need to see who's behind him and who's, because with Maxx, it's almost like he's penciled in automatically, really Sharpied in. You know what I'm saying? So like we really need to see who's behind him and who's developing, and basically, he should be spending that time, teaching the guys, man, teaching the other side. Like, hey, I noticed you do this when you come around. Why don't you try adding this to you? Like that's what he should be doing. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing if he's just doing his thing on one side and then they're failing on the other side. You know what I'm saying? So you got to bring your guys up too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, with the point I'm looking at, well, we know Maxx is gonna be Maxx regardless. Cork tornado, as long as he's gonna be a tornado, no matter where you put it. I'm looking at what the coaching staff did more than anything else. Because after the fight, I was like, yeah, okay, they build up morality. Kirk Cousins stood up to Maxx like, yeah, back the F off. Great. But then the next day, Kubiak said, none of this nonsense BS is going to happen here on my field, practice field. Sat them both down. Not just Maxx, both of them.
Yeah. That
shows a sign of leadership and discipline.
Definitely.
What we didn't have last year. No discipline. Pete Carroll's out there having fun. What was that thing? He had a ball rolling on the field with a guy in it. Pinning guys down like it's WWF. Okay, I understand having fun in practices to break out the monotony of it all. But last year, it seemed like they took it seriously. This year, they're going to take it seriously. Because look what they did to Maxx. They said, if you don't want to play here, you don't want to be here, Bye. Hit the door.
Yeah. Pete was here to bring the fun back to football and get us the number 1 pick. You know, he did his part.
Well, you do that stuff in Pop Warner.
Yeah.
Had the clowns out there throwing balloons. Yeah, you can do that in Pop Warner. This is professional grown men's football where we're paying guys millions of dollars. We got time to have fun. I mean, you know, like in that sense. But
Yeah.
You know, what I'm saying is that too bad he's not playing games. And they already said, all the players say he's all football. You're good, finally. Of course, it's all football. Not bragging about what I did, what I accomplished. I don't know about no, because this is first year as a head coach.
Yeah.
He had to prove to himself he can do this. And the only way he can prove to himself he can do this is first things first. Get this team under control.
Yeah, definitely.
Let them know I'm the boss.
Definitely.
Oh, gotta do it. Go ahead, guys. I got to pull this up right quick. Because they put in the chat. I gotta do it. Oh, that was you put that chat. All right.
And then again, you know, you got to establish that, especially coming in. But what I believe is different now is I believe Brady, Spy Tech, and Kubiak is on the same page. And before in other years, I don't believe that was always far as general manager, coach, and ownership all in the same boat. I believe that part is going to be different now as far as them being in alignment, at least in the vision that they want to see out of the team going forward. And like I said, I don't believe Kubiak is going to be here just for 1 year. You know, we see the Grooms, Versace's, the McDaniels, Pierce, Carroll, 1 year, you know, give or take and gone. But I think Kubiak is going to be here for a while, you know, if he can show the improvements, you know, necessary just the progress. Because to me, it is a rebuild thing right now. But if the progress is moving into the right direction, I believe he'll be here a while. And it's because of the ownership is in alignment with him, which we need. We haven't had stability here. And it's hard to win when there's no stability at the top. You have to force feed things when it's not. It's like paying Kubiak. I mean, playing Mendoza right now, right? If it's no stability at the top, you have to play him now because your job is on the line. Right there, right? We have to see what Mendoza can do right now because if not, I may be fired anyway. So whether it's a crapshoot or not, I got to still take that chance because next year I may be gone. I don't believe that with Kubiak. He don't have to force feed Mendoza right today and still have a job maybe next year, right? Where before the other coaches may be like, I got to get this guy here right now to play, whether he up to speed or not, because next year I'll be gone anyway. So I can't wait. I can't take that chance. I can't. So it's all start with alignment. That's what I believe, you know? And so going forward with Kubiak, setting the precedence now with the Crosby and Cousins is a good thing. It instills leadership. And that's what we haven't had at the top.
We didn't have stable leadership because everything kept changing.
Yes.
After year, halfway through the season. We fired OC halfway through the season. Multiple times. We didn't give AP a chance to develop his coaching skills, you know, which I thought was a mistake. So Kubiak saw the writing on the wall and said, well, first things first, I got to establish that I am the boss.
Yes.
The team. My boss is Spytech. His boss is the ownership, Brady and Davis. That's their boss. I answer to Spytech. Okay, so he had to make sure he had established a precedent. He had to say, "Well, this is the way we're gonna run this team."
Definitely.
You don't want to be here, you're out.
That's it.
If you're gonna find the field, you can sit down. I'll start somebody else.
That's it.
And like you said, finally we have the coach, the general manager, and all the coordinators, everybody on the same page.
Yes.
And like I said last year, we weren't on the same page. Matter of fact, I said we weren't in the same library. Their library at 2 blocks down the street. We supposed to be over here, guys. We're in the same book. I'm over here. So we're on the same page, you know. And what I saw last year, he didn't hire Pete Carroll. He didn't hire Pete Carroll. Raiders hired Pete Carroll, not Spytek. Pete Carroll brought his guys in. Spytek, okay, well, it's my first year actually being a true general manager. This is the second year being a true general manager.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna do things my way. I want this coach. So I'm ready. And the manager said, I agree. Let's go get Kubiak. Got it.
Yeah.
So Kubiak and the Spytek, this you my dude, this is what we're gonna do. Let's talk. What we need.
Yep.
We're DC because Patrick Hammon's gone. Was not, I'm good luck to him. We need DC. Who you want? Well, let's interview some guys. Ooh, got a guy right there. Robbie Leonard.
Yep.
Like what he said. Bring him in. The old Steve, the jaw guy, he's a fixture. Cuba's gonna call the plays. But he's there. So they brought their guys in, especially the offensive line coach, they brought their guys in that Kubiak knows and trusts.
Yes. Definitely.
Because it was doing the media day that his son's out there playing football. They said, well, at least he's not gonna be offensive coordinator. Offensive line coach. He's too
Yeah. Definitely, man. We need that cohesion, man, as far as up on down, from up top to players, one vision, one goal. And to know, it's going to be one voice. And on down, man, because you can't have too many different voices, then what are you really listening to? And so I believe Kubiak is going to have the voice of the team, and he's going to have the pulse of the team. And what needs to be done going forward, man, which is a good thing. Like I said, it's his first year being the head coach. So him bringing in Janorko and Dennis and the people that he's been around to help him move forward as far as being the head coach is going to be a good thing. But I think he have the ownership, the general manager, with him far as in his vision going forward with the team, man. And I don't think, like I said, I don't believe it's going to be just a short-term 1 year and out type of thing.
Oh, no. Like I told the business in here too. Business says, well, we talked last year. I asked him a question. I'm asking the same thing. So let's say, hopefully don't. We win 3 games next year. Are they gonna fire Kubiak?
No.
I agree.
No, I don't believe they would fire him. Ooh, that's a good question, man. After just winning 3 games last year, come back winning 3 this year. I don't believe. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe they would fire him next year, even if they only won 3 games. I believe they would still give him another year. I don't know where his seat. I don't know if the seat would be hot at that point, but it gotta be. It got to be some type of improvement. Like I say, you got to look at things in context. That's why I look at the Saints last year, right? They only had 5 or 6 wins, but if you watch their games, they elevated at the end of the year. I watched a lot of the games at the end. I'm like, man, this team don't look the same. But if you look at their record, right, they may only have 5 or 6 wins, but you got to look at stuff in context. So I just want to see the improvements. The wins and losses, that's going to, our schedule is tough, so it's not just going to be just like that. But I just want to see steady improvement with the team, though, and not let the wins and losses dictate what it's going to be so much. Just improve in a lot of the areas where you have struggled at, and getting Mendoza is one of them. Get him up to speed to where he can be a comparable quarterback going into the future. Because that's, to me, it's one of the main things that they have to do is get Mendoza up to speed. At the end of the day, if your job is to get him up and he up and ready to play, whether it's the middle of this season and going on out, then you didn't do good, because really this year is really like a rebuild type of thing. You just want to gauge the player personnel that you have going forward so you can know really what you have. Develop the players.
Let's do salute to all guys in the chat. Thanks for coming in on Sunday morning. This is the Pillaging show. This is our second day back from a long vacation. Please like and subscribe to all our channels. My channel, RNJ Podcast, RNJ Chase over there. In the middle, we got special guest, Donald Hall. Donald Hall, go and say, go in and reach the station so everybody can see.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing? This is Donald Hall, man. So I'm on YouTube. Y'all can catch me on YouTube at the Donald Hall Show. And y'all can catch me on IG, man, at the Donald Hall .13. And on TikTok, Donald.Hall 076, man. So you can catch me there too, man. I'm on all the platforms. Definitely.
All right, it's good to have you here, brother. I mean, say rare talk. All rare talk is good talk. I mean,
yeah.
Look at it because we gotta get this thing going again.
Definitely.
Baby. We gotta get this thing going again. I see a bright future with the way things going. It really. I'm not going back to it. We're gonna talk about the Cardinals game coming up, but it really confirmed me to Saturday what happened. Friday, I was kind of the quarterback didn't back down because that means Geno Smith. He wouldn't sit there and cry.
Right.
Maxx Crosby hit me too hard. Well, Kirk said, "Look, dudes, chill." You know, I like to see feisty quarterbacks in there.
Definitely.
Quarterback's not going to take it because you remember back in the day when it was Brett Favre and Warren Sapp, how they went at each other.
Yeah.
Brett Favre never backed down from Warren Sapp. I remember they was like, damn, they're going at it. That's the kind of quarterback I want to see. I don't see a quarterback going picking fights.
Right.
But I want to see a quarterback not back down to whoever hits him. Like Brett Favre, Warren Sapp hit him, like get up like, oh, man, that's a good hit, pat on the head. And they go back and forth. Kirk Cousins doing the same thing. Like, hey, dude, all right, we're in practice. Chill out.
Yeah.
But really confirmed my belief in the coach staff, the whole coaching staff. Saturday when I found out that they bench, suspended, really, they just bench. Maxx Crosby, Kirk Cousins, y'all not practicing today. Sit down. Go get dressed. Go to warm-ups, but you're not getting on the field. And you know what Maxx Crosby is. You know how much that burned up inside of him?
Yes.
You know what that you know, it's like you take a kid's bite from him, you can't ride the bike for the rest of the week. You know what that hurt?
Yeah.
So I was happy with that. I reconfirmed that Kubek is the guy to bring stability, discipline,
to
the team. Jason, you ready?
I'm having mic issues. Can you guys hear me? No?
Yeah, we're fine.
Oh, okay.
So I'm looking forward to Thursday night, 5 p.m. Pacific time with the Cardinals. Now, let's talk about that. Did anybody watch that Hall of Fame game?
I watched a little bit.
I usually don't watch the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
But I needed football in my life. I got there for I was watching Canadian Football League. What else? I was watching Pop Warner football. I need some football. Let me watch it because these Hall of Fame games is like this crap.
Yeah, definitely.
This wasn't.
I heard it was a real good game.
That was good to the last time off the clock to the end. Like what the?
Yeah.
So, they had Carson Big out there.
Yeah.
Because I think the first quarter was 0-0. They got nothing. But the second quarter started back and forth down the field. Defense wasn't that good, but the offense looked pretty good on both sides. I'm not going to problem any teams because I don't care because I don't care about the shield. But
that's right.
Looking at what they were doing out there, I'm looking at Carson Beck. And the Raiders got to be ready for Carson Beck come Thursday.
Definitely.
I'm not saying that Carolina's top tier defense, but they couldn't stop them. So, and on top of that game, I was watching. Every time Crosby threw a touchdown or got in a position to get a touchdown, I was on the sideline. They showed the set. I don't know if you guys saw it. He looked kind of worried. He looked kind of like this guy's playing. So then I look on the Carolina fan where that was like a Haynes King. That's why I don't say King Haynes, but Haynes. He threw a touchdown. Bryce Shaw was celebrating. So that's different two teams. But like I said, Carson Benz looked like the real deal out there. Now, moving forward, let's see can Mendoza do the same thing. What do you think? Jason, you're right with the order fight. What do you think about the piece of the game? You think Mendoza's going to have the same type of performance? Can you hear me?
You want to
Yeah. Jason know they're fighting with his daughter, so I'm
okay, yeah.
right now.
I think Mendoza, we just want to see steady improvement, with his footwork. I talked about in my show definitely about far him playing the snap, being under center, and him having command of the offense. We want to see him have the command of the offense and get his footwork right and this type of thing. And just improve, man. Day in and day out. And this week, hopefully, is the first preseason game. I don't know how much Cousins is going to play, but hopefully Mendoza get a lot of snaps because he needs it. And so hopefully the young man play well, man. Because it can also build his confidence. Definitely, man. So I'm looking forward to Thursday, man, and seeing Mendoza, seeing how he looks against somebody else. Hopefully playing against the Warriors too. Definitely, playing with Bowers, maybe, and Naylor and Tucker to get that cohesion down. But I want to see, like I said, though, the pre-snap reads and him playing under center, them type of things, how that looked. Because I know before him playing in Indiana, not doing under center, and now with a Kubiak offense, play action, you need to be able to play under center though. And so I want to see how that looks. And I have said earlier in my own video that I wanted to see that. And right now, it's been a little bit of trouble with it. So going forward, we'll see.
Hey, look, here go now. Oh, hey, Mr. Hall, you can broadcast to your channel if you want, man. Go ahead and broadcast. You can broadcast to your channel if you want. You're not broadcast to your channel. I'm getting the echoes again.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'll go back out, come back in.
Yeah, go ahead and broadcast to your channel too, brother. No problem. All right. Anyway, Jack Kenna, welcome to the show. We're going to talk to you. I saw you guys in salute. Jack Kenna, Alekian's in here. Who else is here? History came and thanks for coming in, brother. Who else in here? I saw Biz. I saw you, Biz. What's up, Black? He's in here. Gunhawk. I didn't see you, Gunhawk. Hold on a minute. I gotta do it. Gotta do it. I'm sorry, man. I missed you guys. Anyway. Oh, whoa. No. Oh, shit. I'm about to end the stream. Hold on a minute. Jason, do me a favor. Can you see it? There we go. Woo. Almost ended the stream, guys. Sorry about that. Anyway. Let's see Hall's back. Yeah, go ahead and broadcast to your station, man. I'm cool with that. We don't mind that.
Yeah, I do that on the next one, Chris. We can do that on the next one.
That's funny.
It's all good, brother.
Yeah. I know you'll be back. We'll get you back. Maybe get
Yeah,
you
definitely.
Cover 3 show. So I forgot what we were talking about.
We was talking about it wasn't Crosby. Oh, we talking about Arizona and Mendoza.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but hopefully just getting his footwork and getting the things that he need to improve in, getting that down on. Because like I say, the game speed is going to be different. This ain't college. It's going to be NFL, man. So him working out the kinks and the things he needs to do, that's what he needs to focus on. The ending result is going to end up being what it's going to be, but get all the nuances down there. He needs to perform, get all that stuff right, and it's going to be good game film for him and the team to see where he at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, the pieces are going to determine where he is in his process, and people won't start him right away. Now, it could happen that he can go out there and look like a super all-star already. It could happen. It happened before. Because I remember back in the day when they drafted Derek Carr and they signed Schwab, whatever his name was, and Derek Carr beat him out. That could happen again. I'm all for it if it does. But just throw him out. But the people say, "Oh, he's the one pick he should play." Yeah, well, you know what? If you're a running back, a defensive tackle, edge rusher, and all that stuff, and then one pick, yeah, you can go out there because there's too much to learn. Being a quarterback is a lot to learn.
It is.
There's a lot to see. You got to read defenses. You got to read, and then especially he didn't play, like you said, he didn't play on the snap at Indiana that much. It was mostly RPOs and shotgun. Coming to the NFL under Kubat system, you got to play on the center.
Exactly.
So you have to learn all that. You have to learn how to read defenses because the Big Ten is like one of the best conferences in it. Well, it's only 2 really. Actually, SEC and the Big Ten really like the conferences to be in. He's playing the best conference in college football. So he's playing against the Michigans, the Ohio States. So he's playing against good defenses. I'm sure he's seen it. But those defenses don't compare to NFL defenses, more complex.
That's right.
More disguises.
That's right.
So he didn't see all that. Now he's going to see that. He's going to see the fastest, the strongest people in football.
Yep.
The best of the best. So throw him out there in a game that matters. No. Let them work out. Playing against Miami, that'd be good. I say this. We play Miami and halftime we are big. I'll throw him out there. I know. If he beat Miami 36 to 10, oh yeah, okay. Go ahead and out there and see what you got.
Yeah.
Against live action.
Yeah.
But until then, right now, Kirk Cousins is a starter.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely agree. You know, because I want Mendoza to play at some point this year, obviously, to get his feet wet and all that. I mean, because he is going to be the future. And so we can't just not neglect that too, but it's getting him. We already know what Cousins is, right? But it's getting Mendoza to a place where they feel comfortable enough far as the coaching staff that he able to have the volume of where they need him to be at to play comfortable football going forward though. Because the quarterback position is it's a quarterback driven league, man. And so that position gotta really be harnessed, man, and going forward as he got to prepare because he got to see game speed too, right? It ain't just him just sitting on the bench, but getting both because he gonna be the director, you know, very soon. And so, but you just want to have him polished enough to go forward.
Yeah, like you said, get the game speed. That's the most part. The game speed and the feet work.
Yep. Yep.
Can you do those?
Yep.
Can you read a defense? Because according to some of these beat reporters, he has command of huddle. He has, always playing with the second team, but still, he has total command of the huddle, which is what you need. Command of the huddle. Talk to your players, talk to your guards, talk to your tackles, talk to running backs, receivers. Hey, I need you to do this. I need you to do that. He already has that in him. It's built in him. You can tell this he played at Cal and Indiana. You saw that in him. He already had that. He's smart. But he still don't know the aspect of NFL football yet.
Yeah.
That's what he got developed. Because in practice, besides Maxx Crosby, none of these guys are going to try to take his head off. In a real game, live fire, they're going to try to take his head off. So you got to be ready for that speed. Guys come around the edge or come in the middle or blitzing linebackers or blitzing safeties or corners. He has to see that game speed, how fast these guys are compared to college.
Definitely.
Read these defenses. So, like I said, it's gonna be time experience. Like I said, that's why he should start. No, don't him out there yet.
Exactly.
Halfway through the season, if Cousins not doing good or not gonna wait, he get hurt. All right, well then you got to trust the AOC if they don't trade him, and Mendoza. So,
yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. And it's not really a question of is he gonna play? It's probably more of when, and I know it's like, we've been going through, is he gonna start the week one or is that, but really though, he gonna play. And it's just a matter of when he's gonna play. And as far as the coaching staff trying to get him up to speed to be ready to play when it's time though. But I believe he's definitely going to play, Week one, I think Cousins being a veteran coach, a veteran quarterback, Kubiak being a first-year head coach, and him being with Kubiak already it's hedging really with Kubiak because he got a veteran guy that he's already been with for a while, and so it can help Kubiak in a sense in his head coaching duties, with Cousins being a veteran, whereas Mendoza being a rookie quarterback. Kubiak, a rookie coach, and that kind of playing a role. It'll just give Kubiak a chance to settle into it in his own job too, And so Mendoza's definitely gonna play, man. It's just a matter of when, though, and getting him up to speed, with that.
Yeah, nice to have options, right, Jack? See, Jack made a good point. Nice to have options.
Definitely.
We never had too many options.
Definitely.
We had Garoppolo and Old Man Hoyer. Wow. AOC was there, but he was on the bottom of the burn. Or was he there? Yeah, he was there. Last year, what the option was? Pickett.
Yeah.
Geno Smith and AOC.
Yeah.
And they put Pickett in before AOC. So we didn't have a lot of options at quarterback. This year we had a little more options, but still, you got to figure that. Like I said, if they don't trade him, I don't know what AOC they're playing with AOC is, because they keep pumping him up. I think they're on the verge to work out something. I don't know. Maybe they'll keep him, maybe not. But they're gonna see how Fernando does his preseason.
Mm-hmm.
If they figure like, okay, because right now AOC's playing with third strings now. Mendoza moved to the second string. So, Mendoza's quarterback 2 right now. AOC's quarterback 3. Then that guy, Jay McClark, he's going to be a practice squad guy. So, we got to see how his preseason play out. What they're going to do to AOC. Kubiak says he like him, but Kubiak says he like a lot of guys in there. So we're gonna see how this plays out.
Yeah.
So you got to figure how Mendoza handled the preseason, because preseason is not counted for us.
Yeah.
And the record sheet, but it does know what counts for. Who the preseason count for? The players, the guys trying to make the team.
Yeah.
the coach staff had to make the decision. That's who it counts for.
Yep.
We just watching games, but
Yep.
they evaluating guys. They're looking at guys like, wait a minute. Not only our team, but other teams too. They watch our pieces of the game because this guy don't make the cut. He might be a bad fit for that team, but he might be a good fit for us.
Definitely.
So, like I said, that guy's Haynes King from Georgia Tech. Wow. Yeah, he might back. He gonna back up Bryce Young. Like, wait a minute. He looked pretty good in that game. It's preseason. The 2s and 3s also playing, but still, he's still playing football. He's still reading. He's still running. He's still getting hit.
Right.
Carson Beck looked good in preseason. Plus preseason. But the way he looked out there, he looked pretty good. I'll give him credit. He's fighting for his job.
Yeah.
He was picked in the 4th round, I think. I can't remember. But he's trying to fight that starting job.
Yeah.
And the way he looked in preseason, that dude Bissett, man, might have problems.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing goes for what's his name?
Mendoza?
No. Hayes King. I keep thinking. What's his name? It's the same thing. He is going to be a backup, but then again, if Bryce Young don't perform, they got another quarterback in the winning wings wait. And that's what we have. Like Jack said, the options. Hey, Rashad, welcome, dude. So let's talk about what everybody keep talking about, the wide receiver room. How you feel about it?
Well, we don't have a true number one, a true X, but I believe Bowers is really our number one, even though he a tight end. You can flex him out, play him inline or be a move tight end, which to me, him and McBride probably the 2 best in the league, But as far as Bowers, he's really the number one target. But the wide receivers, Naylor, Tucker, we got to see where that's really at. And like I said, Naylor played behind Jefferson, Addison at Minnesota, playing against 3s and 4s and all that. And so we'll see where he at, playing against more 1s and 2s now, as far as cornerbacks, and we'll see as far as his growth and where he's at. Tucker's been around a while. He's been pretty good. He's going to a contract year, and so I just want them to be consistent. But do we have the true number one wide? No, not right now. But hopefully somebody can step up. Like I said, Malik Benson been playing pretty good in camp and stuff, and I think maybe moved up in the pecking order. Right now, just from what I'm hearing, over Besh and Thornton Jr. And so we'll see. But that room is definitely going to need to be upgraded, I believe, though, eventually, whether it's draft next year or whatever, though. But right now, I really want to see what Naylor going to do. I believe like him paying, I think got paid 3 years, $35 million. Yeah. I think they're going to ask him to do more, just with that, believing that he can do more. Like I said, being a number one wide, I don't know, but just getting more volume to him. So we'll see.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. Malik Benson, I was talking with Jason in the green room about he was talking about that Mendoza's playing with the 2s. Who he's playing with? Malik Benson.
Yeah.
Malik Benson.
No, correction.
Catches.
Correction. I would say the 3s.
You just said 3s?
Yeah, well, I said the 3. I said there's no point in him playing with the 3s.
Oh, okay.
He should be playing with people that are actually going to be on the team playing.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. But anyway, but he's playing a lot more. But Mendoza's playing a lot with Malik Benson. That shows me that they're trying to create that connection.
Yeah.
For the future.
Yeah.
Because they like to see Malik Benson.
Well.
So they already trying to make that connection. So when it's time, Malik Benson knows how he throws, where he throws it. Plus, they play each other in college. Fernando saw what Malik Benson can do on the field, so he knows what he can capable of. So they try to make that connection right now already, and I like it. They're developing connections. They're developing players. This is going to be your role in this offense. This is going to be your role in the defense. This is going to be your role in special teams. So I like Malik Benson. I liked him when they picked him up. Sam, Malik Benson got him late.
Yeah.
So if he don't do anything, he's not a bust like Marvin Harrison right now. He's not a bust. He didn't do well. We can got him late, so it don't matter. But they got him late. So we'll see how it performs.
Yeah.
It's Raffy. Hey, happy birthday, Raffy.
Happy birthday, brother. Yeah. I mean, it's basically how everyone was saying Besh was going to push for number 2 or whatever, and then basically he's not even in the mix. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need – the only thing about having a number 1 receiver, like a real number 1 receiver, is it gets to test your DBs. Like, in times like this, you would put your best wide receiver out there so the DBs can go against, see how they really are developing. You know what I mean? Because against – like, to hear that our DBs are doing good against our wide receivers doesn't really say much. Or our wide receivers doing good against our DBs doesn't really say much, because we're still looking for our number 1 in both of those. You know what I mean? Like, more DB, we're kind of a little bit more set at that spot, but we got a lot of guys, young guys kind of coming up. And we got, Darian Porter, fighting for that spot too. But wide receiver wise, it's between Tucker. And I'm pretty sure, like, some of the times they're going to get the best of the DBs. But we need someone that's a dog that's going to consistently, give teams problems. Because it's not just giving our DBs problems. We're trying to get the other teams' DBs problems. And every year, you got to realize we don't draft well. Every other team in our division, they draft better than us. So that's the thing. We have a lot of work to do when it comes to building this team. We got players that we look highly because they're Raiders. But, I mean, if you look across the league, if these players get cut now, the other teams will be fine without not even taking a look,
Yeah.
Definitely. They're definitely going to need to upgrade the wide receiver room eventually.
Yeah.
Like I said, if none of these guys really develop in the Beshes and Thorntons and Benson, we definitely gonna have to go out and get a number 1 wide, man. Like I say, Bowers, they're gonna double him a lot, and so they're gonna try to take him away a lot, and then you're gonna see kind of where it's at. And that's what I always talk about. Like, the Raiders need to run the ball well so they can be in good down and distance, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4th, where they don't have to be in 7-step drops and 5-step drops and all that, because the wide receivers, if they can't separate, then it's going to be an issue. And so, I'm just hoping in these preseason games that somebody separate far as in the wide receiver room, because they have a chance to. We don't have a Jefferson and the Addison, as far as a 1-2 like that. It's job to be taken right now. Who is going to take the job, if any?
Yeah. Like the 3 that they've selected that said are kind of Naylor. What they say? It was Naylor, Tucker, and Benson.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys if that's our starting 3?
Well, I look from a standpoint. I don't know what the problem with Thornton is at this moment, because he didn't practice, I don't think, yesterday or day before yesterday. I don't know, is he hurt or something?
Injury.
Okay, so I'm not putting my chips in the bag for Thornton. I like him because he's big and fast, but sometimes that don't mean nothing in the NFL.
Yeah.
It's all about up here. Last year, old man Carroll didn't want to develop his people that I think they drafted. Despite to pick Thornton and Beth. He didn't develop them. Plus, how trash we were on the offensive line and trash the quarterback were. So it's hard to develop a wide receiver when the quarterback can't get the ball, where he's either on his back or he's on his feet. So really didn't really get a chance to see what Besh and Thornton could do. Betts made a mistake or dropped the ball. Pete Carroll took him out the game immediately. God dang, he just dropped the ball one time. He's not playing the worst of the game. Receivers drop balls. It happens. But Pete Carroll take him out. But Pete Carroll's not. I gotta win down low. All right, all I gotta do is, man, the business man, Raider history. Gotta do this for change for.
Yeah. Love it.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Furbow, the hardest working man in the nation. So I'm looking forward to this preseason game. I mean, we play what? Who we play? We played the Cardinals. Who was our next game? I know it's away.
I think it's Houston.
Yeah, that could be that. That's gonna be the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting. I'm waiting to hear after that. After how we do with that scrimmage of, if I hear, hey, our wide receivers were tearing them boys up, then we know we got something. But if it's a quiet day, we know where we're at.
Well, I like how they're playing one of the better defenses in the league, the Houston Texans, and they look like they just got better too. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So we gotta go up against them. That'd be great to see what do that in that game. Only person I want to see at quarterback is Fernando and Jacob Clark. That I don't, ALC, we already know what he can do, what he can't do. So why put him in? Let's see Fernando out there against a better defense. And then while we're doing that UDFA guy they signed, Jacob Clark. Let's see what he can do. Yeah. Put Mike. Don't put Genty in. Keep him out. Let's put Hemby in there. Mike Washington Jr. Yeah. Let's put those guys in there in the first quarter. Yeah. Not like, well, we're gonna give him the first half. No. Start off with this. You start with your test first. Your offensive line, like you're gonna bring in. Atlanta Ball shouldn't even play in that game.
No.
You shouldn't play in that game. JBJ got to play in that game. Caleb Browser got to play in that game.
Yeah.
Glaze, Grant. What's the other guy that got the
Burford?
No, Burford. No, not Burford. The guy that drafted.
Charles Grant.
No. Yeah, Trey.
Zoom.
It's very soon.
Yeah.
Put him in the game. Start with that. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Dan. Zoom. Let's see what they can do. We got a new person. Hey, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming in. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and notifications on all our channels. In the middle is my man who's welcome to the show. We'll see more of him. Mr. Donald Hall. Donald Hall, go ahead and subscribe to the channel once again because I try to do it every 30 minutes so everybody won't forget.
Yeah. How everybody doing? I'm Donald Hall, man. So I'm on YouTube. Go to the Donald Hall Show. Animal ID. Donald Hall .13. Animal TikTok. Donald.Hall 076, man. So you can catch me on them platforms. Definitely.
There you go. Thanks, Mr. Hall. And of course, I'm Chris4Raiders, Chris4Raiders Podcast, and of course, Jason and Amari, who's making a noise ruckus today. She wants to be on the show. Yeah, so there that is. I'll meet you, Jason, so you can get back in when you want. So what's that? Can't control life. Said, what if Cousin gets hurt? Don't want to force Mendoza. True. True.
But isn't that how Herbert got in? You know what I'm saying? Like Herbert got pretty much his name got the needle, whatever that happened with him. I can't think of his damn name right now, but remember that's how Herbert started first game. And I mean, he's been rocked ever since. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how the Brady. Yeah, he got in because he got hurt. Bledsoe got hurt, so Brady got in. I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
But those are by circumstance. You don't want to put him in there lying a starting quarterback, but if circumstances happen where, well, he's out, who's the next option? Like I said, if AOC's still there, then maybe AOC. But Fernando's ready. It's gonna be Fernando.
Yeah.
So, we got to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean that's just like how I feel about that. That's stupid, but I mean, I feel like Mendoza should be prepped now to get. You know what I mean? Like, and if Kirk goes down, then hey, it was meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the future. Like that's what I'm saying. We can't hide from what he is. We gotta know. You know what I'm saying? If he might take the fire, stealing like from him. You know what I'm saying? Like let the kid cook. And then we got Kirk. Worst case, if it doesn't go cool, we can let Kirk ride until he's, ready again. I don't know. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with seeing what he's got.
Yeah, but you don't want to force him in there now.
I'm pretty sure Fernando wants this opportunity. I'm pretty sure he's not like, please don't keep this. Please don't give me this starting job. I'm pretty sure he wants to prove himself. The type of person he is, he wants to show that he was worth every bit of that number 1 draft pick.
Well, that's an oxymoron because every player won't do that. So,
I
get drafted in the NFL, like.
I mean, I did too, Chris, but I wasn't in the draft. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in the draft. I should have been the number 1 pick too, but I wasn't in the draft.
I told you it's not too late. I told you to go down to spring training.
Hey, the baby makes it tough.
Too late for me. Too late for me. I can't do this.
Now, but I just like I said, we just want him to at least look like they're getting him ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, get him split with the ones. Like, at the very least, he should be splitting with the ones. You know what I mean? Play because, like I said, if something happens, he's not going to know none of the damn wide receivers because he's running with the 3s and the 2s. And there's probably people that probably won't even be here next year. That's the thing. Like, why we should get him acclimated with the center that's going to be here for the next few years with the wide receivers that we do have. I mean, it's probably going to go younger because who knows what's going to happen to Trey Tucker after this year and all that, Because, I mean, basically all our people can be replaced in that wide receiver room and or upgraded, upgraded at the very least, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I mean, Besh is probably not good. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that I don't like Besh. It's just for what we have, he's not a number 2 or a 1. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he could be a number 3 or something like that. But we need that. We're trying to put Naylor as like, and Donald even said it earlier. Mama. Like Naylor was a 3rd on his squad. You know what I'm saying? So we can't expect him to come here and be a 2 or a 1. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he could be a 2. I mean, we have a lot of 3s and 2s, but we need a 1. We definitely need a 1. Because it's like I said, if they're doubling Brock and they're doubling whoever our number 1 wide receiver is, that makes it opening for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Remember when we had Devontae and we had Jacoby? Jacoby got to eat because Devontae was getting all the action. You know what I'm saying? So when he was getting that the double coverage and everything like that, Jacoby was eating underneath. That's why I say it's good to have one. I mean, yeah, you don't have to have one, but I mean, expect our offense to be where it is if we don't get one. We can't expect to be top 10 offense without a top 10 wide receiver.
I disagree with that.
That's
because the way Kubiak coaches the offense. Look at Seattle.
Well, I mean, but there was a lot of pieces that they have that we don't. Because I mean, you look at they have a 1, 2, and 3, 4. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the labeling of a number 1 receiver. What's a number 1 receiver? That's the label I'm looking at. They really didn't have a number 1 receiver when he first got not just last year when they had the championship run.
Yeah, I was gonna say they had Cup, and they had
No, not this past year. I'm talking before that when he was there. They didn't have a number 1 receiver. Cup got there last year.
Yeah.
So not last year, year before last, they didn't have Cup. And NJT was like the dude. They didn't really have a number 1 receiver. They had what's his name? The Freak. But he did his thing. But the thing is the way he calls plays, he calls running plays to set up the pass.
Yeah.
So who's to say who's not going to be the top receiver in on the Raiders team? That label number one receiver. What does that mean? That means nothing because everybody's going to get their shot at it. You know, he's going to run different receivers out there with different formations and different sets. So, you know, so Devontae Adams out there all the time. Of course, they're going to defend Devontae Adams. You know, that's going to happen. That's fine. But you got three receivers who can play it just as well, not as good as Devontae. They can't compare, but just as well. But then you got defense like, wait a minute, they threw Jordan. That guy's a burner. Oh man, we got to walk from that. Then they pick him out and they put in Malik, or then they put in the other guy, Derek Young. So he's going to make the defense have to worry about who's wet. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be the same thing all the time. Mm-hmm. You know, they're going to run the ball with Washington, with Jim.
Yep.
Him if he makes a team.
Yep. Okay?
They're going to run the ball. Oh, they brought the other guy in too. They what's his name? I can't say his name. They brought him in too, a veteran. So, Kubiak, if you look at his offense, it was always different lineups in there. Yep. Different offensive line, the receivers. I can't say his name. He had a good year because they was watching everybody else.
Yeah.
Chewy was a great year. So I look at him as that's who they're going to be like NJD like this year. You're going to use him just like that. So bringing in Diggs, he's not Diggs or the other guy who just signed. We don't need them. Why? We don't need that name on the back of the jersey because of the stats. We need guys who can play in this Kubiak system. Who's going to block downfield when they run the ball. Who's not going to be a diva or cancer in the locker room.
No.
He had enough of that.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah. I definitely, in this type of offense, Kubiak really going to have to scheme it.
Yeah.
But you know, with Kubiak to Shanahan, that run principle, Y zone, that's what they do. And if they can run the rock, staying good down in distance, and don't have to be, third and 8, third and 9, where you're so predictable, then I believe Kubiak can scheme a lot of the stuff with Bowers and stuff because obviously Bowers going to be the number one person that they're going to be looking at, far as throwing the ball to. And so if Kubiak can scheme Bowers, and like you say, with Naylor and Tucker interchangeable in a lot of sense, you know, Kubiak gonna have to scheme it. He really gonna have to scheme it and see where his offense is really at. Obviously, I know the run game is really predicated off everything. Mm-hmm. And if they're able to run the ball, then, and a lot of teams gonna know it's coming. But the good teams still can run it, even though, you know, the defense know it's coming, and we still gonna run it though. That's what they gotta do. They gotta be able to run it. That'll minimize a little bit of the wide receiver issue a little bit, because if you stand in 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s, you can do more out of that than 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 9s.
Definitely,
I agree with you because when you get in that that 3rd down and short, 3rd down and 3 or 4, many more options available to you.
Yes,
yes, predictable.
Yes.
When you got Washington and Genty running 4 yards a carry.
Yes.
Then now, like we can do what we want on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Or we can throw a deep pass, or we can throw a little screen out, or we can down. We got options. And that's how Seattle played last year.
Yep.
So then it because usually it's my 2nd down. They already got the 1st down because the 1st down they got 7 yards. So 2nd down they got the 1st down. So basically, Kubiak's gonna scheme to stay out 3rd and longs. You know, 3rd and 2, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
So that like I said, they got scheme. And then you'll need that number receiver to go out there and have to win the game for you. You won't need that. You won't need that. We got to throw a D to this guy. No, they're predicting that. They already see what's going to happen, so they're going to guard against it. Brock Bowers is going to do his thing.
Yeah.
Barbaro's going to be tight end. He's going to be a slot receiver. He's going to be a wide receiver. Barbaro's going to be the older goddamn place. Genty now, and people forget Genty, the year before he got the 2,000 yards, got like 600 yards in receiving. 600 or 400, I can't remember. But he had 600 yards in receiving. Let's go with that. So he can run routes. Because he was a wide receiver in high school. They converted him to running back later in high school. So he knows how to run routes. So believe that. Yeah, he's gonna be out on the spot. Can you imagine? Okay, let me imagine this. Can you imagine this? That they bring Washington Genty at the same time and they split Genty out to the outside with Bob Bartles on one side, and then pick your poison on what receiver you want to bring in there, and they got Mayer as a tight end.
Yeah.
I mean, Davis gonna look at it. What we do?
Yes, Brock last year getting hurt exposed our wide receiver room. You know what I mean? Like he went down, and even when he tried to come back, and it showed we need help, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and basically this year we have the same group. We added Naylor and Benson. You know what I'm saying?
That was Pete Carroll's stupid ass fault. He was hurt when he played the Patriots. He should have kept him out, but no, he let him play. Like I said, you can't judge the receiver room yet because we didn't have offensive line. We had a crappy quarterback play. We had a crappy offensive coordinator. So everybody pass judgment like, but how can you pass judgment when we had a bad offense coordinator, bad offensive line, bad quarterback play, no running game. How can you judge the wide receiver room? No. Let's see what happens this year. If a wide receiver room is still crappy like it was last year, then we gotta go out and get somebody. Yeah. Let's wait and see.
Well, I mean, but last year, like even all of Raider Nation was right last year about the deep. When we always talk about our concerns for the team, last year remember it was the offensive line and it was the DBs. You know what I'm saying? And basically both turned out being hell. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, we know the team, bro. We have a pulse for what's wrong, what's missing. You know what I mean? Like when Zamir White, nobody thought Zamir White was the best player. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thought Tyree Wilson was a game changer. Like we see, as they call the turds on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like this year, it's just we have too many new, too many new players. We went rookie crazy this year versus what we do, free agency wise, in the previous years. But we hit on the few things that we did do in free agency. Like as far as getting us the center for the future, that was a must do. Getting pretty much the safety, the free safety out of the draft, that was a must do. Things that we added, like the running backs and stuff like that, was a must because Genty by itself wasn't going to do it. And it's like we need that 1, 2, and maybe even 3, three-headed monster back there. So, I mean, we're going to be able to run the ball, but I mean, at the same time, if our receivers can't get separation because they're 3s and 4, you know what I mean? That's the thing. That's the difference in a 1. A 1 is able to create separation. He sometimes needs to be double teamed. You know what I mean? And that's what we don't have. Who would you double team in our wide receiver room? Who would you have to?
Let me ask you this question right quick. I'm going to ask that question too, but let me ask you this question. Are we in a win now mode? No.
So why is Mendoza not playing then? That's what I'm saying. What are we doing with Cousins?
Because we're not in a win now mode. We're trying to develop him.
Then where's the pressure coming from? That's what I'm saying. If we're not in win now mode, where's the pressure coming from?
You tell me. You want to put pressure on the wide receiver room, I'd say give him a chance.
There's no pressure. It's just we don't have no one in there to put pressure on people.
We don't know yet.
We know, bro. Come on. If you don't know that our wide receiver room is sus, then I'm sorry, bro. You need to open your eyes.
I'm not saying it was sus. I've been saying though, you talking about last year wide receiver room compared to this year.
It's the same room. You just added Malik Benson and you added Naylor.
No, it's okay. The room might be a little different. Might become more players, but the offensive play calling, the offensive line, the quarterback players are a lot different last year.
Still who they are.
Yeah, but I'm saying your argument doesn't stand. We haven't seen anything yet compared to what we had last year. What we had last year, who was offensive coordinator?
That the players.
No,
bullshit.
Bullshit. No. We're gonna talk about this. I tell you, everybody keep putting
Brock is who he is every year.
No, he's not a receiver.
No, he's not a receiver.
He's not a wide receiver.
Who the coach is. Brock is who he is.
No.
You know
he's not a receiver. Why about sign in? I said wide receiver.
That's the way who everybody says our number one wide receiver is, Brock Bowers. But then it's the same thing. Wouldn't Brock suffer if it was the team, if it was the he's a dog, bro. Like you gotta have dogs.
But you're not making sense.
It's making perfect sense if you think about it. A number one receiver is not going to change because of the scheme. He's going to be a dog. If you throw him the ball, he's going to catch it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not about
take him out the equation, dude. Take him out the equation. Brock Bowers, okay, he's another different monster. Take him out the equation. Okay, look at what happened last year in the offensive play calling. Look what happened with the offensive line. Look what happened with the quarterback play. If you can't get the ball to our receivers, how do you know how good they are?
Because
when the quarterback's throwing more balls to the offensive team than to the receivers, you can't tell them, hey, you're right. They didn't get separation. We need a better room. Let's see what we got now. Let's see what play calling goes for. Like I was agreeing with Don Hall, where we're not going to be in 3rd down 25. We're going to be on 3rd down 4, 3rd down 3. Makes it better for receivers do their breaks. So I can't judge wide receiver until yet we see him on the field.
We seen him on the field last year and the year before.
I'm tired of going back in the past. Let's see what happens coming up.
But I'm saying, like, what changed? That's what I'm saying. I don't see anything.
What changed? Oh my God, Jason! Seriously, what changed?
No, what changed with the players, with their skills?
It doesn't matter the player. It's what changed with the team.
Brock is who he is. It doesn't matter who's on the
team, who's the coach, who's
take him out. No, because that's the caliber of player we need. I'm not taking him out. We need more like Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers back.
No, we need more like Brock Bowers.
Wide receivers. You said
or we're just going to be in a 3-win team for the rest of it.
You said wide receivers. Take Brock Bowers out the whole equation.
Well, for now, he's our number one target.
Take him out. Well, we know that. We all know that. But take him out the equation.
So I don't
get
the
question. What changed from last year? What changed from last year?
Naylor and Benson.
That's what else changed. What else changed?
Kirk Cousins.
What else changed?
The coaches.
What else changed?
Brock Bowers is the same.
No. Take him out.
The coach is. So I mean that doesn't make sense.
What else changed? What else changed?
Bro, if you're a dog, do you think Jamar Chase cares who the offensive coordinator is?
No. Go back.
You think Justin Jefferson cares who the offensive coordinator is? You think that's going to make him perform any different?
What else?
It may get him more targets. It might get him more, but it's not going to make him perform better.
Jason, what else changed from last year? Besides the coaching. Okay. What else changed?
Okay, what major changes is going to get us to the playoffs?
I'm gonna give you some. Here we go. We got a better play caller, Kubiak and Janako. We got a better offensive line called Dennison. We got a better offensive line. We got Lindenbaugh.
Wait.
I'll let you talk.
We haven't seen.
Let me finish. There you go, Jason. You gotta let me finish.
Because you're speaking falsehoods. Because we haven't seen the offensive line, and plus nothing has changed. We got two players.
I just let you talk. I just let you talk right now.
Two differences on the offensive line.
I'll let you talk. I'm telling you. What changed last year? What changed last year? We got a better play call. We got a better offensive line. We got a couple receivers. A big deal, okay. But we got things different change. That's what I'm saying though. You can't downplay what they're gonna do this season.
Why can't I? I can do whatever the hell I want to. I can if I don't see it, I'm not gonna say I see it. If I don't see it, and until I see it, then I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to do anything. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to believe if I don't. You know what I mean? There's pieces that I believe in, but there's things that we still have questions about.
Yes, there's one thing you have to do.
I don't have to do anything.
Yes,
all I got to do is pay taxes and die. That's it.
You have to believe in
That's
the Raiders.
All. That's all I have to do is pay taxes and die. That's it.
You have to believe in the Raiders.
Oh, that's automatic. That's automatic. But I'm not an idiot. I'm not a stupid ass that's gonna just believe in because the Las Vegas media tells us that all this kind of I know this team, bro. We're the same team from last year, just with a couple improvements.
Couple.
Yeah, a couple. Okay, what's the biggest thing we did that we added that you think is the biggest thing that's gonna set us over the top?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say it because you're about to say it, you're gonna cut me off. So.
No, I'm not. I'm listening. If you say it, you can say it.
No, I'm not. What do you
say
think,
it while you got a chance.
No, Mr. Hall's our special guest. What do you think? What do you think we improved on?
Are we a playoff team, basically? Are we a playoff team?
No.
No.
Okay, then.
No,
then
I agree with that. No.
Okay, then what are we arguing about? That's what I'm saying. Like, we're not there. So,
but I think
why aren't we there? Why? Tell me. I'm sorry. Part 2. Why aren't we there, Chris?
So for multiple reasons, man. First of all, the stability at the top is not. It haven't been good, right? Going from coach to coach to coach. Then the players, personnel, as far as talent wise, that haven't been there. So the combination of both up top and player personnel, far as having the players, it haven't been there. And that's what happened when you don't have no stability. You don't even develop the players because you kind of in like a win now mode, whoever you are, because you don't have a chance to develop. It's like Pete Carroll. It wasn't no development in the Beshes, Thorntons, a lot of the guys, right? Because, okay, we got to win now. I've been used to winning 10 games in Seattle, and I'm going to come here and do the same. No, your roster don't say that. Your roster is below average, really, right? But nobody can say that because most people say we want to win now because we so used to losing. And so that's the difference, though. To me, Kubiak didn't come in and say we're going to win 10 games. We're going to do this. We want to build. We want to develop. We want to see what we have, right? Now, being a Raider fan, we already know, right? Because we've been Raider fans. Kubiak just getting here, right? He see the roster and he say, okay, what we got with this, what we got with that. But as a Raider fan, we know, like, man, this has been going on for years, right? But at the same time, that's when he look at it and say, okay, the Thornton Juniors, the Thornton, Besh, Caleb Rogers, I got to see what I can tap out of them without feeling like I'm going to lose my job, in a sense, if they're not up to par. Now, we know maybe they're not up to par, right? But Kubiak got to have the backing to see what he has in his own eyes to say, okay, I got to upgrade here. I got to upgrade there. This not going to be enough, right? But the organization's backing him because Carroll didn't develop them guys. He didn't push forward to putting Thorntons out there and sample, just a small sample size with Thornton and Besh and Caleb Rogers and Pegues and Hemingway. It was just a small sample size. You didn't get a guy enough chance to even develop through the bad part. And then that's what Carroll to me failed at. It wasn't that they lost; they only won 3 games. But you didn't develop the guys going into the next year so you would know, okay, this guy really can't play. Because I saw a good sample size enough for him to say, you know what, that guy played 10 games. He crap. You know what I'm saying? That guy played 12 games. I don't see it. But to play 3 or 4 games, that's what Carroll messed up. It was not developing the guys to see what you have next year. But as Raider Nation, we so used to losing and so adapt to that. It's like, this all we see. That's why when Kubiak coming in now, the Hemingways and the Beshes and Thornton, it's going to be a different leash now because he going to be on a longer leash. And so when he see these guys really can't play through the preseason practices and all that, then they're probably going to be out of here, right? Because he going to see it. But Carroll didn't really develop. He didn't develop. He didn't even use the guys like that. He was trying to still give the veterans a Stone Forsythe instead of playing Charles Grant. You can't do that because you're trying to win now because you're trying to appease everybody.
What he saying? What he say? Like, who's the starting lineup? Well, we'll find out in the 9th week. 9th week? It's a little too late for that. So, yeah.
You got Alex Kappa out there playing instead of playing Caleb Rogers. And Stone Forsythe is saying, that's the stuff I'm talking about. How do you see the development where they're not even playing?
It's the same team from last year, like you said. Same team from last year. but we never saw what they could do because Pete Carroll decided, like he said, I said beginning of last year, Lockett was a free agent. Well, bring Lockett in to play with what's his name? Geno Smith. Bring Lockett in. No, they didn't sign him. I don't know why he didn't sign him. Made the money. I had no idea what happened. Now they're gonna bring him halfway through the year. Now you take away from Besh, Thornton developing. Now you're taking their on the spot. So we don't know what they could have done because when Besh, I think he dropped the ball. I forgot what team he was playing. He dropped the ball, which he don't do too often. Pete Carroll took him out and never got back in the game.
They only did a small sample size, right? And in the sample size, we judge off that, right? Because, like, to me, I'm not really high on Thornton. To me, even though he got, he got the speed, he got the height, but he's not polishing his route running, his route tree. He don't separate, his hands ain't great, right? But it's still a small sample size because I've been on him. I went to the practice and I saw some of the same stuff still, right? But it's like now it's a rebuild, and it's like people are acknowledging that, right? And I'm gonna talk about the Mendoza as far as in that, right? It's a rebuild as far as in that. And now you have at least time to at least give a better sample size of can these guys develop or not. Maybe they won't never develop. And it'll be true that these guys really can't. But at least the sample size will be more. So it just won't be like 2 or 3 game, 4 game window. It's like, man, this guy can't really play. Just the leash should be shorter now, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But get a chance of guys to develop. And when you say you rebuilding, that's what you basically saying. You're going to try to develop some of these guys because you're not going to the playoffs. If you won 6 games, you probably would be doing but you would be able to go forward with Kubiak being the coach. You would know exactly what you had. He would know exactly what he had going forward into that next year to say, okay, Thornton can't really play. Besh, he really can't play. Hemingway, nah, he ain't really, in their eyes, far as giving them a more of a window instead of letting a lot of the veterans take a lot of that playing time, Diggs, Keenan, out of them type of, let some of these guys see. So next year you can go forward in that.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. Just give them more because you're not going to, and that go back to the Mendoza. And him not playing from day one, it's not going to be the end all. Long as he getting developing, he want to put the onus on the coaches now, right? It ain't like he going to go and say, I'm a backup. That's his job to put the onus on the coaches to say, I'm a starter, right? Put the pressure on the coaches by your play. Because if you playing well, you doing what you're supposed to do, you harnessing the offense, you're going to put the onus on the coach and say, man, that dude is ready to play. It ain't his job to say I'm a backup. It's his job to perform now, to get the coaches to get him ready and him to get himself ready, though. But what I'm saying is that's what you can say when you're saying you rebuilding. It gives you more of a window to develop. The window become a little bit because the expectation ain't going to be, well, we going to the playoffs. Well, we going here, we going there. But if you saying we going to win 10 games, ain't nobody trying to hear that about development. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear what you doing now. We ain't winning now.
That's why I was making that. We don't know what we have yet in the locker room. We don't know what. Actually, you know, we'll do this right quick to Mr. Hall. we don't know what we have. Like I said, Jason, you have PTSD. And I do too.
No. We don't know what we. I mean, we do know what we have.
No, we don't.
We've seen. Have you been watching the last, say, 3 years?
Yeah. I looked at Telesco. I lolooked at McDummy.
I looked at the coaches don't play the damn game.
Jason, I look at the last 50
Brock
years
Bowers is the same player. It doesn't matter who the coach is. If he gets suspended, if the next interim coach comes, Brock is the same baller that he is every game.
But did you hear what Mr. Hall said?
Yes, but that hasn't. What does that have to do with?
Because Pete Carroll did not develop his players. like I said, this one game with best
Trey
dropped the
Tucker,
ball.
bro. Trey Tucker's been there before Pete.
Listen,
Pete was
I'm
there
saying.
1 year, bro. You're acting like Pete was there for
best,
3-4
I
years.
what team was that? The best.
Remember the year before we won 4 games.
Whoa,
so what happened then?
Well, that's different coaches.
How is different? That's a 1 year away, bro. It's one year before that.
Yeah,
it wasn't that long ago.
Who was the coach last 3 years? Who were the coaches? Who was the staff?
Well,
who's the GM?
Are we really GM?
Who? It's different now.
Now the GM's running the ball now. Now the GM's catching touchdowns now.
Dude, you know,
bro. Our problem isn't ownership. It isn't coaching. It's talent. We don't have elite talent to compete with other teams. We have Maxx Crosby. We have Crosby Powers.
Back up.
We got everybody else.
Stop.
We got everybody there.
It all starts with the coaching staff.
What
are you talking about?
God dang,
what are you talking about?
Coaching, bro.
You can have talent you want to. You can have a bunch of talent you want to. Don't mean you're gonna be a good team because you got it all down the world.
Antonio Pierce is less talent as coach than any of these other coaches have done.
Oh my God!
Years.
We had talent.
Was he a head coach? No.
Was
he a famous head coach?
Okay.
Did he get 8 and he win some games?
We had
was he a top-notch coach though?
Wait. Back up.
Who was the offensive coordinator then?
Stop, Jason. Stop for a minute.
Who was the
Stop for a minute. Stop for a minute. Stop. I'm trying to tell you, but you won't let me talk. We had talent on our team.
No, bro.
Wait. Well, stop and let me say this. We had talent on our team. We had Devontae Adams and your boy.
And we did pretty good, didn't we? We won more than 3 or 4 games.
Did we go to playoffs?
We were better than we were.
Did we go to playoffs?
Games, were we?
Did we go to playoffs?
We were better than the playoffs. Last 2 years.
Answer the question. Answer the question.
We were better than
did we go to the playoffs?
2 years.
I don't care about being better, but did we go to playoffs?
I mean, that's the whole.
Did we go? Yes or no?
To get better, bro.
Did we? Yes or no? Did we go to playoffs? We had talent, but did we go to playoffs? No,
we won more than 3 games, didn't we?
Doesn't matter. Did we go to playoffs?
No, it does matter. It does. What we're talking about with me, at least with me, bro, it's wins and losses. Period. I don't give a goddamn about nothing else, bro. But win, lose.
So
we not up as far as the wins and losses. We not up to par. Then I mean, we only won 3 games at the first pick last year.
That part. That's what I'm saying.
We ain't in no place. We're not even in the place as far as even talking like, are we good enough in that bracket? And that's what the development, because we're not a good team like that. We only won 3 games.
That comes from the coaching staff. That comes
us like we ain't. What do we judge? If we judging it by going to the playoffs and judging by that, then we in the wrong place with that, because we're not even close as far as our player personnel. That's why I say that have to be. That's going to take over time, but because we've been Raider fans and we here now, we look at the longevity of that. We've been losing for so long, but the new coaching staff coming in, they got to go from right now, right, and what they see right now. But we can't say, okay, we didn't get to 10 games, because really right now, it's like, that's why I keep saying it's a rebuild. And when you say that, you not going to, I'm winning 10 games. I'm going to the playoff. You stem in that, because if you say that, then people are gonna jump on that. But if you say we got to rebuild the organization, we got to develop these guys. We got to get into a space where we are improving. The team is improving. We're going into a direction. The direction is changing in this organization. But you ain't gonna go from those 3 wins to automatically just saying, oh, if we didn't make the playoffs, because you can still improve now. The organization that they have now, Spytech, they're starting out now. They ain't been Raider fans for 4 decades. They starting out now. They on the clock now. Yeah. The Raider fans been on the clock for years. We want it now. But it ain't gonna happen right now. That's why you gotta come out and say, Raider fans, be honest. It's a rebuild, y'all. Y'all going. I know it's been growing pains. I know we've been losing for a long time, but y'all just bear with us. You being honest to the fan base. You being honest to everybody, so they ain't looking at you like, well, why did you say that then?
Thank you.
If we were supposed to do this, why we ain't doing that? Let's build. Let's improve. Let them get the direction change. Then we can start talking about the things of that. Let's go through the process. then we can talk about that. Because really, right now, if they won 6 or 7 games, to me, that would be an excellent year for where we didn't came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at
If
like
they won 10 games, that would be. I wouldn't.
I look at it like this. I will see a better product on the field. We look better. We run the ball better.
Look, just look
better.
probable.
An improvement compared to last year.
Yeah. Look.
There's a lot of things we got. There's a lot of things we got to improve on. There's a lot of things. I agree with Jason about the wide receiver. I'm not disagreeing with the wide receiver room. The only thing I'm saying is we don't know what we have yet until, like I said, I don't care what you say. It starts from the coaching staff to work with now. You can have all the talent in the world. You can well, okay. Let's back up. Don't just scream right here.
But look at Chicago with Ben Johnson when he came in. How that offense changed, and just
they don't superstars on the team.
They got. Come on now. They got some.
I'm just saying it takes players. Yeah, obviously you got to have players. You can't. I believe it's a combination of both, the players and the coaches. You got to have both. Got to have both. You can't just have coaching and no players. You're gonna be in trouble too. So you got to have a combination of players and the coaching. But the coaching matter and the player personnel matter too. You got to be able to get the most out of the players that you can, and the coaching got to be up to par too. So I believe it's a combination of both players and coaches though. But you can see if you got good coaching, it can elevate really good players or have decent players. They can be elevated. Now, if you just can't play, you can't play.
Yeah,
that's just all true. You know, so we need better players. Definitely need better players or the development of the players, and we need the coaching to be up to par to just move in that direction. We want to just be moving. We don't want to be in a standstill state right now. We want to be moving to get better. And as long as we doing that right now, we can see some improvement. Like, man, okay, well, we only won 6 games, but I see a lot of improvement with the team though this year. Though it ain't just like last year was like. With anything good outside of getting the number 1 pick?
No. Nothing. There was nothing good about what happened last year.
Yeah. And that's what I want to see this year.
We got players out there. Caleb Rogers finally started the 11th, 12th, 10th game of the season. Did pretty good. He's been playing all along. And then you got the other guys out there playing like, why is Forsythe in there? Why didn't you put
Exactly.
Forsythe gave up the most sacks in the NFL last year. Well, he's a rookie. If he gives a lot of sacks, understandable. He's a rookie. Understandable. I'll give him a pass on that. No people want his guys in there. But Kubiak is not going with that. He's going, who is the best out here? Because right now there's a battle between Caleb Rogers and JPJ.
Yes.
Good. Just because JPJ was drafted 3rd round don't mean he automatic start. Rogers got drafted later in the rounds. I think it was 4th round. He was rookie last year. But right now, they're battling for that cigar spot. Good. If Rogers win, I like GPJ. Do me wrong. Well, me and Jason met their parents a couple of years last year. Yeah, last year. But, yeah, but you know what? If Rogers played better than JPJ, put him in there. I want the best players there. I don't want names. I don't need big names to make the team. I want better players to make the team. Because you might have a guy that's a UEFA, because I'll play a guy that's been in the league for 10 years. If you play better than him, put him in there.
Yeah.
That's what QB is doing. That's what I say. It starts from the coaching. Like you said, you got the best players. It does, Jason. It's called development coach. I mean, coach, you got to see who the best player out there.
So if they coach me, I'll be an NFL quarterback with my skill set. You're saying that
if you're the best quarterback out there, they'll put you in. Yeah. If you're the best quarterback out there and they see that, they'll put you in.
Okay, but what if I'm not?
Then you be on the bench and hold the clipboard.
But they're great coaches, though.
You did that. Great coaches know great talent.
But they're great coaches, though. But we don't have great talent. See, now you're putting great talent on everything. Who's our great talent?
We don't know yet.
Oh no! Come on now. Come on.
We got so many holes.
We know
we got so many holes. But that's where at least by the end of this year, it'll at least be defined on what we have.
Yeah.
It won't be so much, okay, we don't know what we need a lot of stuff right there. It's like a doctor or something. We don't know where to start.
I mean, I mean, I don't know what to do.
Right. We don't know where to start. We don't know where to start picking the holes at because there's so many holes. Where do we start? But we gotta like narrow it. Let's try to narrow it down to at least okay. We looked at this position. It's not developing. It's not. These guys can't really play. Right. I'm saying I tried. I did the best I could. It's not working. This is where we got a free agency draft we got to tap into, or vice versa. So you already know next year what you really have. Use this year as a tool to know exactly what you have. Right now, we don't really know what we have.
We don't. That's what I keep saying. We don't know what we got.
I mean, if you know this team, we do. We literally know. The only thing we don't know is how the rookies are going to be. You know what I mean? That's the only thing we don't know. But as far as our veteran wide receivers, we know who they are.
Yeah, I mean, right. But think about the veterans like Tucker. Who are really the veterans? Tucker.
Yeah, who's the veterans? It's Tucker.
Tucker. Really, I mean, Tucker, he's been here for 4 years. So on our team, he's really the only like, I mean, Best his second year, Thornton his second year. Nate was with Minnesota, but he was with them. So we're going to see where he really at in his development coming up, far as now he's going to be asked to do more as far as volume-wise and all that. So we'll see with that. But all our guys is kind of young outside of Tucker who didn't been here. Now, Best and Thornton, they didn't really play a lot. I didn't see a lot out of them last year from what I seen, but they're gonna see what they really have. And like I said, if they don't play well and if it's really what it was, then they probably gonna be out the door. They're gonna be going through. But at least you better tap into it to know, you know what? I seen with my own eyes, right? That I gave them a nice sample size and they really can't play. They're not really up to par.
I'm saying, let's see what they got. I'm not saying you should go out and get number one receiver. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying that we need to bring in a high-end diva. Like I said, we don't know what we have. They wait. They descend. You have the news. You have Malik Benson go out and making plays. A few other receivers making plays. Okay, this is in practice. But like I said, until they play a game against another team.
That part.
Yeah, then we'll see what we got. Then we'll see if Thornton really the guy should have been picked the second round or third round. We'll see if Best should have been picked in the second round. Then we'll know they're bust or not. Because they didn't really get a good sample size, like you said. Because like I said, that one game, Best shot the ball, Pete didn't play the rest of the game.
Yeah. I mean, something Donald said earlier is if you want them to see you, you're gonna make plays.
Right. I agree.
So I mean, like I said, like you have every opportunity in practice, and if you're making plays, we're going to hear about
practice.
We're going to no, but that's the thing. That's what it starts for now. But that's what it starts for now. Well, that's all. You just said what's the name of making plays in practice?
Yeah, I'm saying.
What the hell does that? That's the same thing.
Let's see
what
how
does that mean against our DBs and our wide receivers? Like, what does that mean? You're making plays against us.
Well, that's fine. Well, that means that something wrong. Let's see them in a real game situation. Like I said, we'll find out Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
It's not our first year. We're not Kubiak. It's not our. We don't have to see. We know who's on our team. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like you said, Donald. That's Kubiak's first year. Last year was Pete's first year. You know what I mean? But we're giving him the grace of seeing who's on the team and all this kind of stuff. But with Kubiak, we're like, oh well, he's got to see. No, I mean, we know.
Well, I think the difference is with Kubiak and Carroll. What Carroll messed up at when he came in. And like a pressure, he came in already talking about with Seattle, he won 10 games, and we get it up to speed right now. And like putting that as Raider Nation, we already clamoring to win now. And so when you put that pressure on yourself, well, we're gonna win 10 games, we're gonna do this now. You already saying we gonna do that. See, Kubiak didn't come in and say that. No, he came and said we're gonna build, we're gonna develop, and this and that. Because that innovates your time.
Saying we got work to do. We got, the same shit.
Yeah, but Carroll didn't do that. He didn't say that. He came in automatically saying now is right now. Yeah, and looking at the roster, it ain't saying right now.
I mean,
it's saying it's a below average roster. But why are you saying right now? Because you're trying to appease. You trying to do what you think the organization and the fan base think. But if you look at the totality of the roster, you saying this roster ain't up to par. But that's why I like what Kubiak said. He's not saying that. But so it gives you more of a window because you're not saying that to now develop to see, really see what he may not have the players, right? But he gonna know that, and he gonna know exactly what he got to hit. He gonna know exactly what he got instead of feeling the pressure of playing Stone Forsythe over Charles Grant. Now, why would you do that?
Because this is boring.
Why would you be playing Alice Kappa over Caleb Rogers? Why would you do that? Unless you felt like you had to win that.
That's what Pete Carroll was last year. He was in win now mode. He knew he had a 3-year term with him. He knew he had to win now or his job is in jeopardy. So he tried to bring in his guys who were the worst players at their position to win now. But Kubiak's not doing that. Like I said, Kubiak honestly doesn't know what he has in that wide receiver room yet because, of course, you couldn't watch him because he was coaching the Super Bowl champions. He don't know what he has yet. He wants to see on the field. If he sees that this wide receiver room, like you saying, sucks, it's the same as last year. If this sucks, then we know what we got to do next year. This is not a win now for Kubiak. He knows he got time. He knows that he has about 4 years on a contract. So I'm not saying just I agree with you on the wide receiver. It's the same as last year. It still sucks. I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying though, we don't know what we have now because there's a whole new system we in play in this game. And Kubiak says, I'm gonna put my players in the best possible positions to win the game. That's what he said. He didn't say that. He said I'm gonna win 10 games. Kubiak saying my players in the best positions they can be. So he gonna still be happy.
I mean, coach. I mean, I'm not saying that all the coaches are not important, but I'm just saying like our thing isn't really coaching. Our thing is talent right now. We got the coaches now, but I'm saying Kubiak can't take this franchise with the talent that we have and take it to the playoffs as is. You know what I'm saying? Like we need additions in a lot of places. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he could be a great coach, and he could be, but that's yet to be seen. We still haven't even seen that part of it. But I'm saying, like, it's with our team specifically, it's talent. We lack talent. We don't draft well.
In certain spots, we lack talent.
Well, no, in a lot of spots we like.
I said certain spots, but not all spots. We have certain talent.
I mean, we have
talent. We have talent in center.
We got 5 that I can think of off top stars. Like, you know what I mean? But it's like we need more than that. And then we miss because we don't draft well. So we don't get to fill in those gaps with our draft picks. And free agency, we took a big splash, but I mean, we need a couple more free agents to actually stack. And I'm not saying that it's not going to change it. I'm saying this year. I'm talking about this year. People talking 12 wins and all this. I'm like, bro, how? How would what? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Because like, literally, like you guys said, taught me last year. Don't believe none of this shit. Believe your eyes. Believe your eyes. Believe your Raider minds. Don't believe the media and all this wickedness, man. Because if you know the Raiders, you know what we lack. You know where our strong suits are. You know what I'm saying. We've done this for years, y'all. We don't know. Tell us where we are at our team, and we definitely don't. I mean, a new coach coming in. How many new coaches have we had, y'all? You know what I'm saying? We have people coming in, and it's always the same thing. They got to see who we got, and then by that time they either get fired, and then we're going to the next coach, and so it never stops. So the talent has to stay. The coaches come and go, but the talent must stay, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. We need to stack talent. We need to bang with everybody in our division. And with this roster, I keep saying Brock, but right now he's our number one target. You know what I'm saying? So that has to change. We need at least 2 others, wide receivers, to step up to even
exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with you exactly. We do need the receivers. Like I said, we're gonna see what they have. And Kubiak's out there looking too. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you one thing. What did he do? He signed this guy named Kuntz last week. What happened to Kuntz? Tight end. They cut him and brought him in there. So he's seeing who can play in the system. The guy only played 1 week, and they already cut him and brought another tight end in. See what Kubiak's doing? He has a system. What he's doing. Who can play better in my system that I am running? He didn't cut it.
Yeah.
1 week he's out. So you got to trust the process. I'm not. All I'm saying is that we don't know what Besh and Thornton had. We saw how bad play they had because they had bad play all around because of, I'd say, bad coaching, bad play calling. But right now, well, I only talk about practice is practice, but you don't hear the names called in practice. So, I mean, tell me that, okay, these guys are not as good as we thought they were going to be. You're right about that. Well, why do you bring another wide receiver? Because you got to look at it now. Remember, preseason, a lot of teams cut players.
Yeah.
So they might see somebody on this day, the Cincinnati Bengals. This guy's good, but they already got Chase and Homeboy. They don't need him. They're going to cut him. Come over here. So, like I said, wait and see. Because this is not the final roster spot yet.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to make cuts. They're going to make adjustments. Until the last piece of the game, we'll see. Because you get that 1 week off, and then like, wait a minute, Red just signed this guy. Well, he did good for the Cardinals, and they brought him in. So I see what they're doing. I trust the coaching staff. I trust us management right now because it looks better than that. You compare last year's who's our coaches, who our general manager. I trust the process.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my thing kind of going back to the Mendoza, because if we're not competing, if everyone agrees that this isn't a playoff year, then that's why I feel like it should be an even shorter leash for Kirk. Or maybe I'm saying that wrong as far as a shorter leash, but I feel like that's kind of more of a reason. Because if we had a lot of positions set, we were close to the playoffs last year. And then it's like, say, this year we could bring in Kirk and kind of put us over the top. But it's not that kind of year. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's pretty much starting, like you said, rebuild. And we drafted the quarterback. I feel like no more than 4 games should Kirk start. You know what I'm saying? I feel like after that, then it's Mendoza time. You know what I'm saying? Because I get it. Like, if the timing and the stuff is still, then okay, we can give him a couple more games. But, I mean, 4, because we got to get this process going. You know what I mean? Because if we're not playing for nothing, I would understand that. If Kirk was playing to make a last-second playoff run before we start the Mendoza train, then cool. But we're not there. So, I mean, basically, what do we play? Because I get it. I think Kirk can get the best out of this wide receiver core. You know what I mean? He's going to be able to get the best out of this core. You know what I mean? Because he's just going to be able to put it, because Mendoza's still learning. But I feel like as a vet, that's the positive in that, to kind of get going, to kind of see where we are. You know what I'm saying? So I see that part of it. And, Chris knows I don't like to say, you guys are right, but, I get that part of, like, you know what I mean? For me, at the end of the day, like, we will need.
You ready to get the shit rolling now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm just like,
I know we all ready to get. Man, it's hard, like, to process that, like, especially being a Raider fan, man. Like, the coaches come in, they brand new, but the fans, we've been here the whole UBOP. So it ain't like we just starting out. You know what I'm saying? They just starting out. But we see how we've been, our franchise been mired for a long time. And it's like, we want right now, right? Obviously, because we tired of losing. But at the same time, it's like, it's almost like we gotta hit the reset in a sense now. Because it's like looking at it in the wrong way. Because it's like, you look at our roster and stuff. It's like, our roster it's not a good roster like that. That roster is not a great roster like that. And no, that's why we only won 3 games, let alone with the player personnel, the coaching. But it's like a time to reset.
I heard you, Jason. I heard you say you were right. Yeah, I know you want to say it. But you're right. Like I said, I've been a Raider fan for 5 decades. 5 decades.
Man,
I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah.
And you know what? And like, of course, I'm tired of losing because I remember when DirecTV had that same ticket. That's like $500 for to watch the whole season. I paid $500 to watch the Raiders. You know how many times I watched the Raiders on that year I got the DirecTV? My wife would come in and turn it on. I'll turn it off. I ain't watching this garbage anymore.
I know that's right.
I've been through the fire. I've been to games at the Coliseum where we won some, we lost some.
Man.
So we tired of losing? Damn right we are.
Yeah.
I'm tired. We all tired of being a laughing stock of the NFL. When we used to be, people used to be scared to come play us.
Yeah.
And
Like,
we gotta play Raiders here. Oh man, we gotta play Raiders. Now they're like, oh, we play Raiders. It's a vacation spot. We're gonna take our family out there. We're gonna win, so we'll take our family and have fun. No, I don't want that. I want people like, yeah, I can't bring my family to these games anymore because we're gonna get ass kicked.
So I watched the content creators for like other teams like the week before they play us, and every time, bro, they're like, we got the Raiders. Oh, that's W. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that, bro. I hate that. Like, we're just looked at as an easy W. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, bro.
Well,
that's gotta be.
They weren't lying, were they?
Yeah, I mean, they making a mockery now, but I think we're gonna take our rightful place, man, eventually, man. Like, you know, I know people hate hearing the word process and all that, but it's like, really though, that's where we really at. Like, have to take in the process, even though we've been here. See, it's hard to say that when you've been here the whole time. We going through a process again.
I know.
Yeah, we going through the process again. But it's a difference because now I believe it's more stability at the top, where it ain't just gonna be no 1 year and gone, right? And so that process, I believe it's gonna be better structurally down. Okay, we can see what we got. Carroll didn't develop, and he gone. Now the coach gone, and we still don't know the players we got. We still don't know what they can do.
Exactly.
2 crosses off right there. But at least if Kubiak is here and we processing it, we developing, he gonna say, you know what? I had this guy for the whole year. He can't really play. He can't play in my system. You know, maybe he'll do better elsewhere, this and that. But the process have to start over in the reset, even though it's hard for us to say it, because we've been Raider fans and we ain't been winning. But we really have to go through the process like almost over again, almost like having amnesia in a sense, because if we don't, it's the cycle just gonna continue and continue and continue.
Yeah, look at what happened when we went to the playoffs that year. Basashi and them. What did David said? Oh, we had a playoff team, playoff roster. What you do? Fire him and bring another coach. What the hell are you doing? Won't just run again and see how it works out. That's the problem with the Raiders of management. You know, I'll bring this guy in. Well, we just went to the playoffs. We lost in the first round, but we got to the playoffs, and I don't know how many years. Then you're gonna fire the coach. That's shit. That's stuff I'm sick of. Like, okay, we didn't do good. Let's keep it. With AP, we had a good run at the end as an internship. Had a good run. They let him run the next year. Handcuffed him. Didn't let him get a chance to coach. Handcuffed him. And they do fire him. Bring in Pete Carroll. He brought the team down lower. Fire him. Good. Now we got a new head coach. Let's see what we can do. Like I said, if we go 3-14 next year, this coming season, don't fire him.
No.
If you're playing better football than last year, because that one Kansas City game, I was so pissed off, I threw a brick at the TV. We got 30 plays. And that Philadelphia game was a joke. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, that's fireable. That's a fireable offense.
Yeah.
But now let's see what we can do, because we could have won that Charger game, that first one that Geno Smith threw a pick in the first play of the game for the offense. We still win the game. It was bad play calling, bad decisions. Kubiak's first time as a head coach. We got to give him his spot. You know, 5, 6, 7 games. I call that a winning season for us for now.
Yeah, for now.
Now.
Yeah, for now.
For now. All right. Let him see his wide receiver room. Like, this wide receiver suck. Next year in the draft and free agency, we're gonna get some wide receivers. We're gonna get our number 1 next year.
Yeah.
But right now, let's see what we have.
Yeah.
With my offensive play calling, with our running game.
Yeah.
He almost had 1,000 yards last year. With the worst offensive line in the NFL, and it was the worst offensive line in the NFL. It was almost stats the worst offensive line in the NFL.
Yeah.
Still almost got 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Let's see now we do better with a better offensive line, better run scheme,
Yep.
wide zone and stuff. Let's see what we do now. Man, I was with I don't know if he's still in here. My boy Raider Ben. Ben was on. I was with Ben the other night, and he said, and I said the same thing. We're possibly could have 2 1,000 yards rusher this season, possibly. With Washington and Genty. Would that be something? So with that combined, who needs the number one receiver? When we run the ball with Genty getting 12 touchdowns and Washington maybe getting 8, and then you throw him, he's still there. Maybe you get like 4 or 5, and then if Lobby, whoever worry about they're gonna put in there, they get the we don't need no one receiver because we can run the ball down their throats. Then you got your boy, Jason's favorite player of all time, Brock Bowers. He's gonna get his touches always, regardless. Good. So he gets like 7, 8 touchdowns. Because last year we had 3.
Yeah, no, I think he had 7. Was it 7?
No, he had that many touchdowns.
You talking about Brock?
Yeah,
I think he had
7. Yeah.
I'm not too sure. I want to say 7, but it could be wrong.
Yeah, but the point is that you got those guys. So would you want wide receiver 1? Probably, but maybe not. But if you got 2 running backs that's running run K the whole year, and they getting like 20 touchdowns between 2 of them, you got Brock Bowers out there catching touchdowns. No one receivers don't really matter at that point in life.
What about against Surtain?
What about him?
Will they matter against Patrick Surtain?
Yeah, we run the ball with him when they worry about it.
Oh, I mean, all right. Okay.
I mean, they run the ball with him, they worry about it because play action pass, you got other receivers too that can overly catch the ball.
Who?
So,
that's what we're getting at.
Did you hear the key word? Did you hear the key word that I just said? Did you hear the key word I just said?
Yeah.
I said, hopefully, we have receivers out there that can catch the ball.
That's what
Listen for the key word.
Yeah. Because I mean, even when I say that, like I'm half jokingly, because I know the situation. But when I say that, we don't even know who to call our number 1 receiver. You know what I mean? No. I mean, as far as Raider Nation, but we don't even know who our number 1 would be. So I mean, that's not a good thing.
You know what? I'll tell you what. It could be anybody. You know, it could be a game where they put Malik Benson in there and become a number 1 receiver. Then the next game, it's called matchups. They could put Naylor out there. He become a number 1. They can put Tucker out there. The next game after that, he be number 1. You can put any guys out there. They keep going number 1 receiver for that game. It doesn't matter for the whole season. It matters for what they do in the game itself. I don't care who's listed number 1 receiver. I don't care. He's scoring wide receiver 1. So what? He didn't do shit last week. Put somebody else in there. It goes by, what can you do for me now?
Yeah. I just remember when Devontae was playing, you know what I'm saying, and when we played Ramsey.
Man, you sound like you're older than me, man. You sound like you're an old man, man. You remember
I remember 1960.
I remember back in the day.
I remember 1975.
He's like old man with a glass of bourbon. Like, I remember back in the day. Remember when who's the caller? Like, get over there.
True story. I remember 1955. No, but you know, it's just I know. Like, remember when Ramsey would lock in with Devontae and all that. You know, there's a certain, you know, you get pushed by good players, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's beating a damn dead horse, you know what I mean? But I love our guys, the Raider guys. I love them as people, but as far as talent, we need more. You know what I mean? I hope somebody shuts me up, proves me wrong, but I feel like we would have heard it and we would have seen it already. If you know what I'm saying, they were already on the roster. So, you know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see preseason game. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I will be here at the end of the season to revisit all this. So I'm here for all that.
Yeah. But one thing we got to remember is, like I said, we is in a rebuild. We've been in a rebuild mode a lot, but it just haven't been said. Because, like I said, when you're trying to appease the fan base, the organization, that's why each year the coach get fired because obviously it's not up to standard. You know, but I believe Kubiak is going to be here for a while to see the change, to see the turn. And I believe eventually it's going to turn around, but it's going to take time, in a sense, from the fans, even though we've been waiting forever for it, because it's like, where do we go from here? We need an influx of talent. We need the coaching to be better. We need all that totality to be better. But at the end of the day, it have to be a process. Even though we've been through the process for many years, it still have to start from now, like looking at right now. We don't want to just say right now because we've been going through it.
We got 2
But
years.
really,
We got 2 years to get there.
yeah.
So why I say 2 years?
Yeah.
Because the 28-29 season, they played Super Bowl in the Allegiant Stadium. So let's get there.
Yeah. It's just now, Jason is saying, though, what's going to happen this year? Probably not a whole lot far as if you're going 10 wins. Of course, that ain't happening. But if we see the change in direction that, like, next year, it's like, no, come on, man. We at go time right now, man. We see exactly what we had to hit. We see exactly what we had to do. Mendoza up to speed. We ready to go. Let's hit the ground running off top. We ain't talking about no 5 and 6 wins no more. That's what we want to be seeing going into the next year. This year, we want to see, okay, I know exactly what we got.
Because they had teams that went from worst to first. But when we look at those teams that went from worst to first, those teams already had the same team that went to first. So that team that went to worst, it was the same team, the same coach, the same players. They just got better and went to first. We're not from worst to first. We're nowhere near that yet. Not this year. Not this year. Maybe next year.
Yep.
If we don't improve next year after this season,
yeah.
If we don't put that shit, then we know we got a lot more work to do. And I'm tired of work to do. This is gonna be a wait. This is gonna be a wait and see.
It is.
Wait and
see. It is.
So, I you know, there's a lot of aspects. Like I said, we need DBs. We went out and drafted some DBs. Went and signed one. Traded for one. We need linebackers. We got two of the top 10, 15 linebackers. We need that. We already said that. Offensive line, signed the best center one of the best centers in football. You know, we already had Colt Miller. He's healthy, finally, 100% healthy. I mean, you know, we need a lot of things, and they addressed that issue. Now, the thing is, they have to do is put it all together. They got to put every piece together. That's why, like I said, I just saw what Kubiak did. They signed a tight end, then they cut him a week later. Not five days later, they cut him and brought another tight end in. So they are going to look at pieces. They're going to look at these wide receivers and cornerbacks, even some of the linebackers, the backup linebackers, offensive line. They're going to look at every piece and special teams. They're going to look at all the pieces, and they're going to run them out there and say, you suck, get somebody else.
Yeah. I've been positive for like 40 some years, so like I'm just trying something different, y'all. I just figured like if I don't say Super Bowl this year, then maybe this will reverse the process a little bit.
Yeah, we got a Cardinal fan in the building.
Oh yeah, she's going down.
That's your wife? I didn't know you were married.
That's what she says.
Damn, dude. Playing the field, man.
But yeah, you know, like I said, I love the
chip coaching. Dude, it's going fast, dude. We got a lot of people in the building. You guys should be in too. Help me read it.
So 1.2, you know.
Okay, what you saying? Nobody wanted to play for Pete. Did you see how AP led the team and they lost about 5-6 games by one? Yeah, well, AP was a rah-rah guy. Yeah. Pete Carroll was in the win mode now. That's why he brought his old players in there. That's why he brought that guy safety guy. He wants those guys because that's what he's used to winning with.
My mic was having issues when you guys were talking about it like way earlier. But I was gonna say Pierce was the last person I felt that knew the pulse of the team.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like he was handcuffed though. They made him make decisions, and I feel like he would have had us the closest probably the next year. We would have had probably a good run. You know what I mean? Because he did know because it is important to know the pulse. Because like that's why we argue a lot about the move to Vegas from Oakland and all this kind of stuff, just of how basically it hasn't followed that Raider aura yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and
And it won't until they go to Vegas and win games.
no, but bro, we had it, and we didn't win a lot of games when I was coming up either. But we were still there. You know,
It was Mystique. They started there.
Yeah, the Mystique.
They didn't win games. They won 2 Super Bowls that was in Oakland, one in LA. They started there, and then they're the team. They were a dominant team then.
Yeah.
In Oakland.
Yeah.
They were a team that nobody wanted to come play in the 70s and late 80s. They're a team that nobody wanted to play, especially your team on a cusp of a playoff. They say if we lose this game, we're not playoffs. And guess who we got to play? The Raiders. Damn it, we're in trouble. That's what they had a mystique up there.
Yep.
And then came to LA. They didn't do that well. The first couple years in LA, they didn't do that well. Believe me, I was there. I was happy they were there, but until they started winning games and get the playoffs and win Super Bowls, one Super Bowl, that's when they came crazy. And then especially like NWA got involved with them. That's when game popular in LA. Okay. So in Vegas, you don't have that. This is Vegas was never a sports town. It was a sports betting town. Sports town. You know, they got their first team was the Knights. They won championship. They won the second year over there. The hockey team Knights. Then the Aces win championships. So the Vegas crowd are promoting them because they won championships. Raiders going to Vegas with a losing season. And another losing season. And another losing season. You know what I'm saying? So they haven't built that fan base there in Vegas yet. When they start winning games, when they start going to playoffs and possibly get the Super Bowl, then you'll see it turn out a little differently.
Playoff?
I know it seems so far.
It does, but I mean,
seems so far away, man. And we all hungry. Like I say, the Raiders, I believe, will eventually take their rightful place, man. It's just, it's just like, man, it's exhausting, you know. But I try to look at stuff, man, just for what it is. Like when I watch the games, I just don't like, emotionally wise. I've just watched just to really see where the team, like Jason, like the pulse of the team. Like what am I really seeing with my eyes? Like, am I seeing a good team or I'm seeing a team that really ain't really good? And so I try to really judge it from that, not thinking that they're better than what they are or not, and just watch the game like that. Even though I'm a Raider fan, I'm all in, but I still have to watch it from an honesty place. Where's the team at today? And that's the way I try to watch the game. I'm looking at everything, every player. I want to see you coming off the field. Is it you lagging? You playing? What is it? I want to know the details into the game to know. Okay, that's why I say we've been in this state for a long time. And we had bits and pieces, Card 2016 and 21 Versace. But really, it's been like this for a while. And I look at the team and I say, I'm not surprised. It's not a surprise to me when I just look at the game for what it is and look at the team from up top on down, not stability in the organization on down. It's like, man, y'all don't have that up top, even though the players got to play. Right, you gotta have the personnel, but the stability at the top is not good. How do you expect to get that to bring that down onto the players? That's why I was good with Kubiak deal with Crosby, and because it shows that he's in charge.
Yes.
If Crosby would have did that before under somebody else, he probably would have still practiced yesterday. Yeah. Because Crosby would have the pulse of the team where they're kind of on, I wouldn't say his side, but they would have ran with that because he's the best player. But because now Kubiak is in charge and Spytek and Brady all in alignment, he can come down and say, you're not practicing today. Yep. You ain't because y'all not practicing. And have the backing of the ownership to say, they just traded Crosby. And to Baltimore, he ended up coming back. We so glad about that. But it just show you where they was at. There's nobody bigger now.
I agree.
We started off with Crosby. You coming back, but you're coming back with us now. You're not like it ain't like before.
He's not.
You're coming into us now because now you see we'll sit you down.
Yeah.
We already traded you, right? And we glad you back. But if you just think it's just, we'll show you though. We'll show you. We ain't talking.
That was the message to any Raider player that's on the team now.
That's right.
You can trade your best defensive player or best player period on a team that's pretty much the face of the Raiders to another team just like that. How do my job stands? And say, well, if you don't perform, you don't act right, you're out here too. And
yep.
I like that because before they never got away with that.
Yep.
Easy.
You
don't hear this no more where players they got rid of Stone for that reason. He's out there getting drunk and have DUI. So you out here too. You might be a good player last year. Why do you get rid of Stone? Because they didn't like what he was doing off the field as well as on the field. It's like this. They said this was this one play. It's gonna be this one. It's not gonna be like he ran the team with the Iron Fist like what Josh McDummy did. He was like, no, this is this one of the team. We're not gonna do this, but we're all gonna do that. If you can't do that and you're gonna do this, you're out of here. And that's the way the coaches should be.
Exactly.
Run with Iron Fist. Not like
exactly.
You know you can't have a cup of water. You can't have water right now because it's not time for it. It's more like, yeah, do your thing, then you have a cup of water.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I like the way that I love that. I love the fireness of the quarterback. Believe me, I get like that.
Yep.
But I like what they did the next day. Like, whoa,
he
ain't playing. So
we gonna establish law and order.
Exactly.
That on the team wise, that the coaching have enough cachet to feel like they're gonna be here long enough to do that. Because if Maxx would get mad and say, you know what, just make a ruckus out of not practicing the next day, right? Most people probably would go with that because he's been the best player, right? So he would be allowed more to do more because he's been the best player. But under this new regime, it's just not about that no more. They're coming and trying to clean up a lot of stuff now to get the team in the right place. And you have to do that first by your leadership and letting people know that now it's just not the players in charge, but actually the coaching is and ownership is going to bring it on down and then be in alignment. You got to be in alignment.
Let me respond to Rhonda Bonner. But was pulling them out the 102-degree weather really a punishment? No, it was. Because Maxx Crosby played in 120-degree weather. Maxx Crosby loves football. He lives and breathes football. See him on the bench, I know, hurt Maxx.
Yeah.
Believe that or not. It could be 110 degrees. I live like 3 hours from Vegas, so I know how hot it is. But Maxx Crosby is a football player. Being out hurts him. Why do you think he want to get traded? Because he missed the last 3 games of the season. They took him out. So, being in practice, he was there every day doing OTAs when he had to be, working out. So him being in the field, not in the game, not on practice, that crushed him. Believe it or not. I didn't see his face reaction or anything. I didn't even see him. But him not being there, that hurt him, 100 degrees or not. So that was in response to that. Because Maxx going to be on the field every chance he can get. Yeah, so anyway, guys, I'm not cutting the show off. I'm just going to make sure you thanks for everybody who's in the building. We go third in the building right now. Thanks for coming in, watching the Sunday morning Pillaging show. My main man, Mayor Jason, we argue a lot, which is good because we got to get our opinions out. We do all the time.
Scrimmages.
Yeah, we're practicing. We're in our preseason right now for this coming season. Anyway, thanks for joining us. That's our man Donald Hall. Make sure you subscribe to Donald Hall. Donald Hall, go ahead one more time. Put your link and stuff out there.
Yeah, okay. So I have a YouTube channel, The Donald Hall Show, and I'm on IG, DonaldHall.13, and I'm on TikTok, Donald.Hall076, man. So you can tap in there and follow me there too.
There we go. I'm not going to show. I was going to get that out there. Severe, what you got to say, Severe? They still practice. They just went a lot of team sessions. Well, you know what's good about that is that gave from now a chance to go run to ones, which I think they're going to do anyway, eventually. You know, he's working with the twos, now he working with the ones. That thing, that was his excuse of maybe, well, now he can do the ones. But yeah, I think he's going to run the runs eventually, doing his practice session, doing his off-season section. So it's good for him to get out there with the number one offensive, the ones on the offensive line and the ones on receiving core and running backs. That was good for him. As Jason say, then why is he running with twos? No, the threes. I'm sorry, forgive me. You said threes.
Yeah, I'd rather him with the twos than the threes, because at least that shows that he's moving in the right direction.
Well, it was a threes because when they did the OTAs before the pads on, it was the threes, and he with the threes off to another field, practicing his snap count, practicing his cadence, and practicing his footwork. That's what with the threes. You know, just to practice that. So they have a system. QB has a system.
I like how they said basically yesterday he stepped in there, didn't look nervous, didn't look shook. You know, and every time you hear something about him too, is if he never makes the same mistake. That's what I've been hearing a lot through this off season. And then whatever he does, like if he throws a pick, usually through the rest of practice, there's no more picks. So I mean that's good to hear because we're not hearing multiple. Because I remember when I think it was AOC and Minshew were battling in camp, and then they were both throwing picks. So we kind of had a feeling how that season was going to go there.
And we had a bad DB room then.
Yeah.
And they're getting picks.
Yeah.
But
man, Mendoza, he gonna be okay, man. You know, I just think it's, you know, as far as right now, just him getting everything down and doing this preseason, man, just him putting pressure on Cousins, man. You know, and like I say, putting the onus on the coaching staff, man. Like, you know, I'm not here to be a backup. And performing like that and putting the pressure on the coaches. Like, I'm ready to play now. And so that's his job, to put the pressure on the coaching staff to elevate his game, to be like, man, I'm ready to go now. And so I believe at that time, he coming in. Where that's at, I don't know. But I believe it's going to be sooner than later, because we already kind of know like what Cousins really is, though, you know. But I don't think it's a placeholder. Some good for Kubiak to bounce off. Like I said, he already ran the system, been in the system. Kirk been in 15 years, and he been with Clint, you know, in Minnesota. And so I think it's a combination of both. And I believe once Mendoza is there, whenever that point is, he coming in.
Yeah, I hope it is just basically they're trying to play the hard role of they're not going to give it to him.
Yeah.
And they just make him work. You know what I'm saying? And I'm good with that. But I don't want it to be like a where Kirk's the guy just because he's a vet. No, that's what we've been doing. That's what that's
exactly, Jason. I agree with you on that. I don't want to put somebody in there because the name on the back of their jersey.
The best man is gonna win. But the thing about it, now we got a number one pick, a number one quarterback. We ain't had really since, you know, Russell being drafted that high. And so this is big for our franchise. Like, man, this could prepare us in the next 10 or 15 years. If we hit this, I mean, man, the sky's is the limit.
Exactly. You know, they said we're gonna send both Mendoza off a year. Who said that? I didn't hear the coaches say that. I didn't hear anybody say it. They said they're gonna sit them and let them develop. You know, you don't know, like you said earlier, like you might get in the fourth game of the season. We don't know. You know, whether Kirk Cousins get hurt or not. We don't know yet. We gotta wait and see. Like I said, time will tell. We got 3 preseason games. The second one's more important because they play one of the best defense in the NFL. So we'll see them out there. And I'm not sure they're not gonna play their stars. We'll answer. I'm not gonna play probably. Maybe he will. Maybe he won't. But we'll see a well-coached defensive team play against Fernando Mendoza and the rest of the offense. We'll see how it works out. Cardinals, you know, they look good in preseason in the last game, but you know they don't tell them what they're gonna do. Yeah. So you know it's a wait and see game. Will we be disappointed if they win 5-6 games? I won't.
It's expected.
Yeah.
it's kind of like no surprise, but I want it to be more than 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want us to be moving, you know what I'm saying? At least looking like we're getting better.
Yeah. Definitely.
I want to see better play on the field.
Yeah.
What we have, we might lose the game, but we have a chance to win.
Yeah.
Like the game's over in the first half. Like halftime, game's already over. Like I don't want to see it anymore.
To be honest, so if we get worse than pick a game with Gino, because I mean, really, technically, we can't get no worse than that, right?
No.
I mean,
I think we gave up over 65 sacks, somewhere around there. You know, I mean, black offensive line play. I mean, it seems like we can't get nowhere. You know, it should be.
I want to say that, but I'm like,
I know.
But I don't
really say it's a wait and see thing with optimism. You know that we're gonna be better, man, going forward.
Yeah, I feel that. I definitely believe that. I definitely believe we will be better. I feel like we'll be in a lot more games this year than we were last year. We'll kind of, if we don't win them, at least we'll be close. Closer than we were. Because if we, that's what we asked for. That's what we were used to. We were used to being in games until the fourth quarter, and then that's where everything would fall apart for us. But but now it's just like shit from the beginning. It's been bad. But like I said, the McDaniels thing set us back, and we're still recovering. And I think we just now kind of broke even a little bit of kind of back to level ground. So everything we build is a plus. You know what I mean? So.
I'm gonna say something quick.
I definitely agree.
Dude, I can't give him a wrench if he's not subscribed to my channel. So, he had to be subscribed to my channel to get a wrench. Anyway, we said, McDermott says back 5 years.
Yeah.
With all the things he did. So we still got to rebuild from that fiasco. We gotta let Mark Davis sit down and just write checks and not dictate the team.
Yeah.
Everybody tell Brady should be owner. Well, I hate Brady because he did Super Bowl. Well, that's Brady. He's on our team. He knows football. So he let Brady run the program.
Yep.
Brady said he wanted Spy Check, got Spy Check.
Yep.
Spy Check said he wanted Kubiak, they got Kubiak.
Yep.
They got the things they want. Like I said, it all has to come together now.
Yep.
And like I said, this past Saturday when I found out about Maxx Crosby and Kirk Cousins, I was so ecstatic. Like, wow, good, finally. Because I said last year they had to be careful. We finally got those in the room. No, I thought we did, but we had adolescents in the room. This year, it's not adults. We have grown men in there taking charge.
Yeah.
It's like this. I'm gonna put an example out there. All right, thanks Ron for subscribing. I jump in. It's like you got your dad and your mom there, right? They tell you what to do. They discipline. But nothing worse than getting disciplined by your grandma and grandpa.
Oh man.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. Nothing worse. And that's what I think we got. We got a guy that say, you know what? You think you want to do what you want to do around them? But around me, I ain't playing them silly ass games with you, boy. I'll snatch you up real quick. That's what I think. Like, it's that grandma room. Like, I'll take care of you. I'll let you do this, but that's it. Enough's enough. Go sit your butt in the corner. Then you look back at your mom and dad like, and they look like, I do.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. That to me, that's what it feels like. The grandma and grandpa, when you go to their house for dinner, and they say, sit down and sit up straight. You sit up straight immediately.
Yeah.
So,
it's going to be.
We have 2.5 hours, man.
I'm looking forward to Thursday, man. I really, I just want to see, it's the first game, but I just want to see how we look, offensive line wise and just all the position groups, man, and just, getting ready for the journey, going for the season, man. Like I said, though, I mean, it's how you look at it and what lens do you look at it through. Where do you see the team at and going forward and this and that. So this game will be the first game to just see functionally wise, how do we look? You know.
Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be we're gonna look totally different what we've been looking like. We're gonna see different things. We're gonna see something we're not accustomed to. Is that is playing good football.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
So we'll see. I know. Like I said, the Cardinals played well this past Thursday. Let's see how they do because Beck was throwing his lights out last week. Let's see what we do against our defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there we go. So what you got coming up there, Mr. Hall? Anything coming up?
Huh?
You got anything coming up? Anything this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man, tapping in and you know, just edging forward towards Thursday, man, and seeing what we got as far as in our defensive backfield. I've been talking about with Porter, McCoy, and Maxx, man, as far as in that position, and Greedy been making some plays too, man. So just seeing how that's forming out, man, and in the secondary with Stokes and Dalton Johnson, as far as in where they at and they roles at, and so it's just a lot to get to, man.
Yeah, it's a lot to see. I'm looking forward to it. Especially with Maxx, I definitely want to see him. That's that cowboy.
Yeah.
Cowboy. He's been balling. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I know it's practice, but he's been balling out there. Him and
we think about Porter, and we think about Porter. He on his second year, right? And like I said, come under Kirk, you know, like his length and all that, but he didn't really get to play, you know, to an extreme like that. And we got to see where he really at. Is he more? Do he still have time to develop like that, or bringing in Maxx and bringing in McCoy? Have they kind of then took the reign with that though, you know? And so Porter, he's still a young player too, and so you got a lot of these young players on their second year. You know, where they at in the pecking order with the new regime. Caleb Rogers got drafted by Carroll. You know, where is he at in the new regime? And so it's a lot to get to, man. You know, because I'm not ready to give up on Porter as far as on that starting spot. But some people like, you know, let's get McCoy and Maxx out there now. But like I say, Porter only in his second year too. So we got a lot to see, man.
Well, Porter only got out there last year because Kai Kelly got hurt.
Yeah.
And he stuck the bed. He got burned so many times. Like, he's God, was it total?
Yeah.
So Stanford got.
Stanford?
Yeah, he couldn't help himself, you know. It's a Pac-10 war.
Well, that's from USC. So what we say about that?
Yeah, hey, it's crazy too because I'm thinking Stokes, Maxx, and Porter, but then I don't know where McCoy's going to tie in. Like if they're going to sprinkle him, you know, like or if they're going to just put him full out.
I think they're being patient with him. Which people say, why he's not out there? I say, well, he didn't play football in a year and a half, 2 years almost. Yeah. So they working in the process. He's been out there with the 2s and 3s, with the 3s mostly, but they're trying to work him back into football shape. Because, like I said, you can do all the late weightlifting and running you want to, but it's football shape you have to be in. Yeah. You know, the contact and everything else. So he's a 4th-round pick. Yeah. But still, I still say this year might not be his year. Yeah. But they'll probably, like you said, sprinkle him in here and there. Yeah. But if they can develop him, yeah, and they can develop Maxx, yeah, that's our future cornerback room right there. Yeah.
Promising. Not just because
Stokes there. Yeah, Stokes a little bit in age, you know, but he's got 3 years, so you know he's gonna be in there. But you know, eventually you gotta phase him out because get up in age. But Stokes,
Imagine if both work too. If McCoy and Maxx work. Because, you know, McCoy, I think Maxx was kind of just in case the McCoy thing was going to take a little bit longer, so they kind of double dipped. But imagine if both of those work, you know?
Yeah.
Bring back that old
What y'all think of Darren Porter?
I like him. I think he's feisty. I think he's one of the best choices that Pete, you know, in that regime kind of did bring in. because I don't think he's a bum. I think he's got to have more time. He's got to get more action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I still think he's gonna fight. He's gonna because he's got the size, he's got the got the speed, and I feel like it's not gonna be like the Thornton thing. He's actually I feel like a better player, and I don't know. I feel like he's gonna win.
Yeah. He only in his 5th year.
Yeah, and he's still competing. Like he hasn't pretty much been knocked out because we haven't heard Richardson's name. You know what I'm saying? But maybe once or twice. But and I think if anybody makes it, it's going to be DP.
Yeah.
Well, I like the cornerback, the DB room because they have a lot of competition out there. Don't forget that guy who was coming from Arizona and came with Stoops. He's out there. You got a lot of guys that can compete for jobs, which is great. Because usually we, like you said, I want to go back in the past. So usually sign the guy, he's automatic start. Or the automatic start. No, these guys can compete. And last year, PK was all about competition, was it? It was like competition to me. He's like, put your guys out there. It's competition. This year, like, you not guaranteed a job. Hell, Maxx Crosby now he play all the downs like he usually play, like 90% of the downs. He might not be all the downs.
Yeah.
I know the guy they drafted from Auburn, he's hurt. Kieran, he's hurt right now. But Kieran's trying to get up there. That's why he's hurt, because he's trying to play. He's trying to get in the game. I want to be better. He said, I want to be better than Maxx. I like that. Quiddy pays there. So you got guys that we don't have to depend on you no more, Maxx. We want you out there, but we don't have to depend on you only.
Yeah.
Other guys that step up.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
Not to be a hypocrite though, but if we were going to make a playoff run though, a sneaky one, this kind of would be the year though. And I'm gonna just say basically because all the quarterbacks in our division are coming off injuries. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Like with Mahomes' his knee, with the broken hand or whatever Herbert had, and then the broken ankle that Bo Nix had, kind of evens up the division for us a little. You would think, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's interesting. I would feel like we would possibly have a shot. So we'll see what Kirk can do, man. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited about the process, man. Like I said, it's hard to say that because I want to win, man, and it's but I'm at the same time I kind of know where we at, and I'm excited about the process, man. Going through the journey because I believe eventually, man, this thing is gonna turn. I don't know where it's gonna turn, but we're gonna look back to this time and we're gonna say, remember when we was talking about this at this particular time, and it turned around and made it wasn't overnight. But remember, that's what makes it so gratifying. When you remember when it happened and you was going through it when it happened, and you like, man, it turned. And I was there for when it turned. It make it so much more gratifying, man. And so that's the way I'm trying to look at it. When it happened, we gonna know, man, we there. And we was all there with it during the time it jumped off.
But you gotta look at it like this. We can't get no worse than how we looked last year.
Yep.
True that.
I'm not counting the wins and losses. I'm counting on how we looked on the field. We won 3 games. Yeah, who we beat? What would be the Patriots in the first game of the season? Well, they were a new team too. They just came out with new coach and everything else. They were a semi-new team, but they had a second-year quarterback. They were a new team, so they got caught by surprise. After that, downhill. I went to the Tennessee game.
I did too.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there. Yeah.
I was there, and I watched the game in the fourth quarter, like, are we gonna win this game? Because they were trying to come back.
Yeah.
Like we was gonna lose. Like, Jesus Christ. What is
this?
We the only team that could be up 21, and we still like, I ain't celebrating yet.
We saw the game like, I was still nervous.
We'll go to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm still.
Come back. What happened?
We're 20 points. I'm still nervous. Can we win this game?
Yeah.
The chance you should win.
Yeah.
We didn't see every type of way to lose.
Yeah.
We can never be comfortable. Even
never.
They ain't got timeouts, and then we still like, okay, I'm gonna wait till that clock says 0-0, or you know what I'm saying? Because we done seen every type of, you know what I'm saying? Well, we can only lose if this and happens, and then this and that happens. So
Yeah, we found a way. We found ways to lose. Not ways.
Oh yeah, and I feel like I'm being, now I'm more refreshed because I believe we have a quarterback now. And we got a coach.
yeah,
Them two right there can start off the franchise, man. Actually, not a vet. I mean, Kirk obviously is going to be just a placeholder, right?
Mhm.
But we got the number one pick, man, and I believe that and Kubiak is going to propel us in the future, man. Because, just going through with Minshew and Gino and all these backup veterans that not just for that year, but this who we looking at to be our long-term guy. Like Mendoza is now, it's going to be the future going into it, man. And I'm glad about that. I think that refreshes me. Like, we're going to have a new quarterback, hopefully for the next 10 or 15 years. And a young coach to go together. If that hit, that coach and that quarterback hit is on, y'all.
It's a bit. Yeah, you're right about that. The fans said the same thing after AP that we couldn't get any worse. Then it fell apart after week 1 with Carroll. I'm superstitious. Don't say those words around me. Laugh my ass off. I ain't talking about the win-loss rig. I'm talking about how we looked on the field.
Yeah.
I'm talking about we won for 5 games with AP. Then we won 3 with Pete. I ain't talking about the win-losses. I'm talking about how we looked on the field. Well, at least with AP, we looked better on the field than we did with Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Because after Minshew got hurt, AP said we got our quarterback back, which is AOC. We look a lot better playing. We look like more proficient. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about win losses. So
both had 10 game losing streaks too. Which is crazy.
Well, that was regarding Minshew and Byron said he's gonna start because we paid him $11 million. So he's gonna start.
That's crazy, yeah.
I'm tired of that. So
damn that Minshew.
Anyway, guys, I guess we're gonna wrap it up. So Tuesday night, I think we're going back to the Cover 3 show. I'm not sure.
Threes, please. Yes, sir.
Cover 3 show starts Tuesday night at 6:30, maybe. Or just
I would say maybe a little later because of
we can start at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't care. I have nothing to do. I'm an old man retired, middle retired. I don't do nothing.
That would work. No, yeah, we could we'll try to do like 8-ish or something like that, but yeah,
Thanks,
this one's a wild child.
Oh shoot. Hold on, man. I'm here. Yeah, yeah.
Thank y'all for having me on, fellas.
Man, you
you're welcome back anytime, brother. I got your IG account, man. I might hit you up like, hey, come on in.
Okay.
We have Chewy. Sometimes you get on night. If we don't have a third person, we might just bring you in if you ain't doing that.
Yeah. Turn the stove off. Make sure you turn the stove off. He was over there cooking them.
I hate to leave at 31 guys in a row. I don't want to leave, but it's,
Oh, hey, we might pop back up tonight. Just say, hey,
Yeah, I'm cool with that. But that cook these steaks, man. Then yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We have steaks once a year, man. It costs too much. What? All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining Sunday Morning Pillaging with us with Raider Nation Jason. I'm Chris4Raiders, and our special guest today was Donald Hall.
Thank you.
Good points, good tips. Make sure you get his channel up, subscribe to his channel, notifications. And said Monday, Wednesdays, you on the show?
And Fridays. Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays.
Okay. What time are you usually on?
Like around 1 o'clock.
Oh, you do afternoon? Okay.
Yeah, afternoon, yeah.
So that'll be 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, and check him out.
Well, yep, the Pacific time.
Yeah, because he's a northern guy. I'm a southern guy. Both guys are northern guys. I'm all about the SoCal here. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing, bro. I gotta clean my pool already quick so we can go swim because it's like 102 degrees right now. Anyway, thanks for joining us. You guys have a good day. Hey, Donald, stay on, folks. When we come out, just stay on to the after thing. I want to talk to you right quick.
Okay.
You guys have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay safe. Stay cool. Be safe. And I guess just before we leave, it's all about.
Yeah.
Have a good day, guys.
Good day.
Yes, sir.
It's the Sunday morning pillaging show.